We're back. Woohoo! Here for another week of the live stream with all you fine, beautiful people. I'm Zach, ABV guy.
Cyrus, still in the clear.
Cyrus, reporting for duty. What's everybody been up to? What's going on?
We having some difficulties today, some technical difficulties.
A couple little sound things.
Working through some stuff.
As you can tell, we change, critique, try to improve the live every week. Some of that comes with a little bit of growing pains here and there.
Right.
As to be expected.
They're saying we have no sound.
I asked them if they could hear the video.
Oh, we have sound.
The commercial.
We do have. Okay, I
you
see.
guys have sound.
Oh,
they did on the
okay, well, that's too bad. That's a really nice.
Can anybody hear me?
North Georgia commercial.
There are horseshoes. Are there horse socks? Is anybody listening to me?
We got the new chat box in the live stream so that everybody can see the chats from the multiple platforms that we're on. So that's a new thing that the Adam got squared away for us. That's pretty cool.
Pretty slick, I think. You guys can now see, YouTube can see what TikTok says, TikTok can see what YouTube says, and vice versa. Pretty neat. Also, not the only new thing to be added to the stream.
Little fat 10 from North Georgia. We got that in this week, and this is all we're running is a sack run. So we had some low lines back there, some feints. I don't even remember what it was, and so that's why we're running through it. Just doing the final step of the cleaning.
Pretty excited about it.
Yeah, got the thumper going, so we're going to be able to, experiment with the thumper, which I haven't ran a thumper in years. So,
yeah,
excited to try a few things. We've got that 4-inch. I'll grab the drip cam and
look at that.
Maybe I can show you. We've got this 4-inch fruit port on the top, and I'm thinking of adapting that to see if I can get this back right, adapting that to an infuser so that we can have an infuser on there, or maybe not, as we choose, which I think will be pretty cool.
Pretty neat. Yeah, I've never ran one of those at all.
Yeah.
So pretty cool. Exciting. Look at everybody in the chat. We got Jeffrey, Bed, Pure Poison, Joe DeMario, Terry Baldwin, Mars 842000. Don't forget that extra 0. John, good to see you again, brother. I'm a paradoxical anomaly. Interesting name. I'd like more information on that if I could. The Iron Duke is in the chat.
Iron Duke is up late again.
Hailing from England.
Was it 7 hours ahead of us?
I think.
Yeah.
6 or 7?
That's what he's saying. Can you keep it down? I'm trying to sleep. Sorry about that, Duke. Terry Baldwin in the house. Flatland Hillbilly and Brandon Baldwin. Terry, Brandon, what's going on there? You guys brothers? What's up with that?
First live. That's awesome. Glad you're in here, Brandon. Hope you have a good time and come back.
Welcome in. Welcome in. Got a
Joe Goodman's in. Yeah.
Got a pretty cool giveaway for you guys today. Adam, toss me that bad boy. Mead Made Easy kit. Tried, true, tested. Comes with instructions. 2 pounds of honey, a glass carboy, an easy auto siphon, airlock, bung, all kinds of cool stuff in
Everything
here.
you need.
Step-by-step instructions. Realize that a lot of you guys probably maybe haven't messed around with the meads. Thought this would be a good segue to introduce you guys.
Oh, yeah.
So excited about that one. And you may notice, you may be going, well, how are we going to guess the proof on a sack run? Who proofs a sack run? Right. We thought about that slightly before the live started. Got an interesting little game we're going to play. I have a breathalyzer on the way to us. At some point, this breathalyzer is going to show up. We're going to throw some batteries in it. You guys are going to guess my BAC, okay? The closest to my BAC without going over is going to win that mead kit. Something interesting, something different. You guys try to gauge how intoxicated is Zach tonight. Can he drive? Well, I may have to make an unfortunate phone call to my wife at some point. I don't know.
The question is, when are we going to do the breathalyzer?
I don't know. I don't know.
Is it towards the end?
I think it's probably funner if it's towards the end. I don't know. So yeah, that's what's going to be. Instead of a guess the proof, we're going to be doing a guess Zach's blood alcohol content level, and I may have to make a phone call to my wife. Babe, come get me. But that's okay. I'll drink a little bit extra than I maybe would on a typical live, just to kind of try to distort the numbers. I might write down my own guess as well. I think that could be kind of interesting just to see. And
I'm going to throw in a guess. I'll remove myself from the actual contest, but I want to throw in a guess.
I think if I win, I get the mead kit. No, I'm just kidding. I'll give it to one of you guys. But I will, when I mail you your mead kit, there will be a nasty note in there about how I was actually closer and that I deserve this mead kit more than you. But I hope you enjoy it and all that good stuff. So.
Well, and I think that this may become a thing where people would rather guess your blood alcohol than guess the proof.
I don't know if it's going to be no, this is I don't know that it's a one-off. It will definitely probably be back at some point, especially as maybe we start doing more giveaways every live as the lives become more popular. I'm sure we'll give more stuff out, and then maybe at some points we could do that. Jeremy, yeah, mead kit. Yep.
Jeremy says wheat kit, question mark.
No, he came back down. He said, oh, it's a mead kit. Yeah.
Oh.
Jeffrey said, hope you aren't driving. Could be evidence. I would, Jeffrey, first off, never incriminate myself. I'll probably be making a phone call to my wife, who maybe you guys will get to hear that conversation. I don't know how that'll go. I'm sure she'll be thrilled. So, yeah, we can enjoy that together.
Terry's already starting to do calculations in his head. What drink you on?
I'm not going to tell you what. So while we're setting up the live, there are casual beers involved with that sometimes. This today was no different. There were. I'm not going to say how many. You guys can keep up from here on out. The beers prior to the live will be a mystery. The wild card.
Iron Duke says guessing how drunk you are is even more boring than talking about the weather.
Well, Duke, fine, okay?
Well, I mean,
also, could you imagine the shipping on sending one of these things to England? We would do it. We would 100% do it. I don't know what that looks like, but Duke, if you hit it, you hit it. Terrible is already past the .05. I don't think I'm 05 yet. No.
Surely not. I have honey and cinnamon mead cooling in the fridge right now. I'm a paradoxical anomaly says.
Mead aside, you've got to explain. I think that you've got like a matrix background as your like profile picture. I'll say from first impression, I think you're way smarter than I am. Instantly, just you've two comments and your picture. I think you're a lot.
Not a high bar. Clever name,
not a high bar. To be fair,
The Matrix, my all-time number one pick of a movie.
Matrix?
Oh yeah,
that's your number one.
That's a good
my
one.
number one
of all time.
Yeah,
it's not that crazy because it is a really good movie. Like it
is a really good movie. Yeah,
but it's just wild that that's your number one of all time.
That's weird to you?
Yeah. What's the guy's name? Neo? I would have never called that.
Never had, what's the name of the chicken? Biscuit.
Popeyes?
Never had Popeyes biscuit, apparently.
That's my fault at this point by now. Next week on the live, I just need to order a couple sleeves of Popeyes biscuits, get them over here fresh, hot.
Put some honey on them.
It'll change your whole life, dude. I never could think of, how could a biscuit change my life?
Create a new...
Try this one.
A new obsession.
It's don't get me fired up about this again, but the Popeyes is... God, dog.
Gators, first time in the live. That's awesome. Glad to have you.
Gator's a longtime viewer, first time watcher.
Another, I have a question for the chat also. We apparently have 2 live streams going on YouTube at the same time. Is this correct, Adam?
Yes.
One on Homebrew Center YouTube and one on Still in the Clear channel YouTube. I would love for you to let me know if you are in the Homebrew Center live stream right now. That would be cool to know. I'm pretty sure most of the names I see here are in the Still in the Clear live stream, because that's where we normally run from. But the Homebrew Center's channel is growing.
It's not a competition. I only have 90-ish subscribers, somewhere in there. Small channel. We're starting off. Humble beginnings. Okay. But it's new. It's growing.
Awesome. Still in the clear, still in the clear, still in the clear, still in the clear, still in the clear. Someone's going to jump in there from the Homebrew Center.
Probably my mother.
Are in there.
Maybe my mother. How sad would that be? That's like the one person that's like, I'm over on Homebrew. It's my mom.
Hi, son.
Hi, Mom. Oh, what is that little Benjamin Flood's got a little badge up there? What's that about?
He's on Facebook.
Facebook. Benjamin Flood. What's up, brother?
Nice.
He also just was like, still in the clear. He's on Facebook. Not a competition, but Cyrus is bigger. Yeah, so Cyrus, I mean, if you compared the Homebrew Center to the Still in the Clear YouTube page, it's like, what's 40,000 divided by 100?
Well, I'll tell you what, though, like the Homebrew Center got to 100 way faster than Still in the Clear got to 100.
Well, I think that was probably a lot because of Still in the Clear's help, but okay. I'll take it. Iron Duke popped over to the Homebrew Center.
Nice. Thank you, brother.
Appreciate you. Also, at some point, it doesn't really matter.
Right. It doesn't. I'm a paradoxical anomaly. I'm going to have a hard time with that all night. When you run the sacrificial run, do you use a water and a vinegar mix? No, that is the first portion, the first step of the cleaning process. There's 2 runs that I typically do on a brand new still. And the first is a vinegar run with 50-50 water to vinegar. Run it full steam, no condenser running. It's connected but not running, so you're just steaming through the entire still system. And then after that, I do a sack run, and we are doing the sack run here. So this is actually alcohol proof down to 40 or under, and so yeah, just a regular old run, except that we're not going to drink.
I love you.
What comes out.
Thank you. My life. Thank you so much.
Winsong, I was wondering why the YouTube comments weren't showing up in the YouTube chat. Makes sense now that you told us you have both YouTube channels going.
Oh,
yeah. So
yeah.
he's seeing YouTube chats from the other channel.
Yeah.
But not in the Still in the Clear chat. Got
I get it.
That makes sense.
Hi, Winsong. Hey, buddy.
Hey, baby.
My wife just dropped off the old breathalyzer. Let me get that. Let me take a look at this
new
thing.
toy.
This is the kind of thank you, Yadam. This was a Christmas present.
Nice.
I don't know what someone was trying to say.
With a keychain on it, a breathalyzer with a keychain. Awesome. So for those of you joining that did not hear already, we are not doing a guess the proof contest tonight. We are doing a guess the blood alcohol content of the drinker.
It's me.
Closest without going over to
a fun experiment. At the end, I will also reveal how many beers / meads / whiskey / beers / meads I've had.
Maybe.
Maybe if I can keep.
You'll get.
I know how many I've had before.
You'll put in a
stream
good
started,
guess,
so
yeah.
I'll keep my cans to the side. Give me the old college try. I'm just making sure that I don't need to. Man, this thing is just full of all kinds of knowledge.
922 Crappie BBQ is hitting both the live streams. He's on both of them.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Just making sure that I don't
Joe
have to.
says we have to shake Zach for the bubble test. So he's going to be figuring the instructions out, I guess. Could have been done before the live stream, but it was also like last minute. Everything today was last minute. So
We'll go on break. We'll get some batteries in this thing, and I'll kind of just make sure that I'm not. Yeah, I don't think that I was just making sure I didn't need to calibrate it. It does not appear that I do, which is good.
yeah.
Because I don't know that we have someone here that could calibrate it for us.
Yeah.
We come in at 0.
No one has not had an alcohol injury.
There's very rarely nothing in the tank for anyone here at one of these.
Garbage Thrown Daddy, was that breathalyzer attached to your car at some point?
I have never unboxed this thing. This is the first time since first use.
Joe
It probably should be. Joe!
I had a job one time. I worked for a home builder, and he had like a company truck, and it had a breathalyzer in it because the guy
Like
who
an
worked there
interlock?
before me, the guy who worked there before me had gotten like a DUI or something like that, and that thing would just randomly go off while you're driving.
Oh yeah, I've had several buddies that got DUIs, and I loved it because if you're going down the road with them in that truck that's got that interlock in it, you know, they're sitting there and you gotta hum, right? Like you gotta create a little while you blow. And if you can make them laugh, their truck will shut off.
That's terrible.
And so that was always a fun game to play.
Yeah, and it shuts off for like 2 hours or something like that.
Well, it would, from my experience, if one shut off going down the road because it didn't get a good reading, you can turn back on. Now, I think if one goes off because there's a little alcohol in the tank, that's a different amount of shut off time. Donnie, what's up, brother? So yeah, this will be fun to see where we land. Man, I'm excited about this thing.
The North Georgia Still Fat 10 is making its sacrificial run tonight. We're very excited about it. We had a whole introduction video where we did the unboxing.
Yeah.
You know, I screwed that up. And we don't have it. I've got to re-edit the whole thing. We got like 40 minutes of video. I had edited down to like 4 minutes, and it's gone. It's nowhere.
That happens. It happens.
So
not that big a deal. We'll get it back up and going and show you guys the full unboxing video, probably over on Stone McClare's channel, of us getting this thing and taking a peek at it for the first time. This should be noticed. Like, first off, North Georgia Still Company, thank you for sending this over to us and
absolutely
allowing us to do a little R&D on it, test some things out, try some stuff, and run it. I should also tell you guys, this is the Fat 10 with pretty much every bell and whistle that could be added. It's 32-ounce copper. It's got all the different ports for the thermometers. It's got the bigger cap, the sight glass. That's not standard. There's all kinds of different things. It's got a negative pressure and a, what's the other one called?
PSI.
It's got a PSI and a negative pressure relief valve. And he also sent us a pressure gauge, which doesn't come with any of his stills.
For future testing.
That's going to be a future testing video that is a little down the road. A little sneak peek to that, a little tease, but
it also has the 5/8 garden hose adapters for the coil, which is not standard.
It's an add-on.
It's pretty nice. You just screw them on.
Yeah. If you don't have that, or if you're thinking about getting one of these, I would highly recommend not only the side glass for the thumper, which can be used for a couple different things, as we said. What's that called when you drop the
infuser?
Infuser.
I mean, I'm assuming I can use it for that. We're going to find out.
So I would think so. So not only that, but just as Sai said in the garden hose adapter, I think like pretty beneficial. That valve also, I would say, if you order the condenser kit from them, the pump is an add-on as well. It's only like $20 or something. The pump is hardcore. Like that thing throws some water.
Yeah.
So we really had to dial down that valve over there on the worm coil, but.
Yeah, the Pure Poison's asking price range. So I'm going to say this in such a way because this video will live on YouTube forever. So as of the recording date of this video, with all the extras that are on this still, I think it's like $2,100.
I think it's $2,400.
Yeah. And don't hold me to any of that. You can go to the North Georgia website and check out all their stills. They've got bunches of choices. And I think without all the...
I think you can get into a fat tin for like $1,200.
Yeah, not bad.
If you, and like the base fat tin is like still like so nice.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's really awesome. This one, I think that they just sent it to us a little heavier, a little more bells and whistly because we're going to be filming with it a lot. And, we're at some point, we're going to be really putting this thing through the ringer and testing out its durability. And so, yeah. But I think the base model is $1,200, and then you can basically double the price if you just bell and whistle everything to death.
Yeah. Let's see. Will you save this sack run for further ones? Yeah. We'll bottle this up, and if we got to do another sack run, we'll use the same sack run for it. No reason to toss it out, really.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to call, I'm a paradoxal anomaly. I'm just going to call him paradoxal. Asks, would they send to Australia? That's a good question, and I don't know.
I think if the money was right and you covered the shipping of that sort of a thing at probably the better rate than they get it than the normal person, I'm sure that they would. I don't know that. I can't answer for them. At some point, Andrew from North Georgia will be in the chat. Probably, maybe. I don't know. You'll see him pop up. If he does, that'd be maybe a good question for him.
Yeah, it'd be a great time to jump in and ask questions if Andrew pops in here. Terry, there is a 2-inch port for an electric element. We're obviously not using it, but yeah, that is possible for us in the future. Iron Duke asks, can you make scotch in it? Well,
you can make fudge in it if you wanted to, brother.
I would think so. Yeah,
I think so. I don't know. Honestly, Duke, I've never ran a scotch.
Yeah, I mean, not me either. But we're gonna.
Yeah,
we're gonna do a malt first. He's telling me to do a malt whiskey first, so that's around the corner.
Okay.
And the first run on this will likely be just a corn liquor run. I'm sorry, Duke. I know you're bored with the corn liquor runs, but
I love scotch too. There was a time in college where I was like, you know what? I'm not just gonna hammer light beer, take a little break, take a step back. I want to get into something that I like. I was trying Glenlivet. I was like, oh, dude, I'm a Scotch guy now. You remember that? Yeah.
Dude, actually.
I was for like 2 weeks. I was just like, oh, yeah, I'm a Scotch guy. And I don't know what happened. I got away from it. I need to push back in there gently and get back into the Scotches. Golly, they just
start making your own.
Yeah.
Okay, so how many people we got in the chat? 39 on
39 to 36.
Is that an 8 for Facebook, or is that a 0?
It's
a 2.
2.
Well, normally it's 1. So
what's the TikTok numbers looking like?
TikTok, I'm seeing 4.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Appreciate
4
you guys.
biggins.
Also, let me know on TikTok. It's horizontal. If you turn your phone over, it may be easier to view. I don't want anyone sitting there like that.
There's a little button they can push down in the, and I don't know that I could actually show you guys this on screen, but
what corner of the screen is it in?
Bottom right corner of the TikTok screen, there should be like a little square, like a perforated square. You can tap that, and it will automatically turn your phone.
Okay. Yep. So bottom right corner of the screen, there's a button you can press. Turn your screen for you. I'm a Paradoxical Anomaly says, what was the website for those stills?
That is northgeorgiastillcompany.com. And Adam will put a link up in the chat here in just a second.
We'll get you a link in there, Bubba.
Joe says, let's do an Irish whiskey. I'm in.
Was it
Let's
North
do
Georgia?
it. North Georgia, yeah. Duke says he's going to come over and do a guest spot.
Dude,
I'd love it.
Literally anytime.
I'd love it.
That would be sick.
Oh, yeah. Donnie says he loves his North Georgia. That's a good question. Who all that is in the chat right now has a North Georgia? Let's find out how many North Georgia folks are in there.
Dude, they're so popular.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I can't scroll through TikTok for more than like just a few swipes, and I'm seeing someone running North Georgia still, or someone talking about them or commenting about.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they're good for them. I mean, they are just really, really popular.
They've been around for a long time. They built an excellent reputation and build beautiful stills. So
These stills
why
are.
wouldn't people be talking about them a lot?
It is pretty crazy because they look so good online.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, it's like anything else. When you see it in real life, does it do it justice? And it's like one of those few things where it's like, oh, when you see them in real life, it's like, the videos aren't doing them justice.
You've
Which
seen
is
an
rare.
image? You haven't seen one yet.
Yeah, yeah, they are absolutely gorgeous. And I think the general design of them is pretty neat too. They have a lot of like they're super modular.
Mm-hmm.
But they have so many options on the website in terms of like just sizes and like all the way down to what do you want this connection at, and vice versa. You can go from this thumper to this thumper on a different connection. It's just like you can really, really build your own
What
still.
gauge copper do you want it made out of?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like the Nike Shocks website. I don't know if anyone else was familiar with that, where you can make your own Nike Shock.
Oh, yeah.
Like I used to go on there and just like play around all the time, like plug in different, and then it'd show you like this is what this looks like. They're like that, but with stills.
Nice.
We've got a guest in the building, Mr. Shane. What do you brought us, brother? Come on over here.
I brought some beer, 2-row,
2-row.
and I sweetened one of them with sugar and one of them with blue agave. So I'm going to pour y'all some glasses of
Okay.
it and see if you can tell the difference,
Okay.
and then tell me which one you like better.
Okay.
Sounds good.
One sugar, one blue agave.
When you say sugar, do you mean table sugar?
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
See if that extra money you spend on that blue agave is worth the price of admission. I don't know that I'll be able to tell. I think I'll be able to tell a difference, but it may be like the double quadruple blind taste test we did the other day. that double distillation 1.5 and single run. I thought I had those pegged, by the way, too.
Yeah.
I'm losing it.
Donnie says, what sold me is they are great people, down-to-earth folks. They're local for me, hour and a half away. Yeah, that's awesome. They are good folks over there, too. Just regular people like everybody else.
Master Distiller Justin in the chat. You may have seen him on your television set. What a good dude. He's got the peanut butter Elvis Moonshine.
Are you sure? Isn't that Nick?
Justin, am I wrong about this? Am I messing up right now? That's Mike. I don't know. Sorry about that, brother. I may be pointing to the wrong guy right now. I thought it was Big Nick. Yeah, sorry. Hey, just kidding about that. That's Nick. What's up, Justin? Joe Park says, Zach, I've been enjoying your wine videos on Homebrew Center. Thank you, Joe. I've enjoyed making them. I started off, as many of you know, as I started off more doing messing with wines when I got back into it. The first thing I ever made was a moonshine, but really got back into the hobby from making wine. And I feel like it's probably a good place to start for most folks.
Sample number 1.
Sample number 1. Smells great. I feel like winemaking is a good place for most people to start. A lot of people from our neck of the woods like to make muscadine wine. You know, that's how most folks start distilling around here, I feel like.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. There are a lot of folks around these parts making muscadine wine.
Oh my God.
And for a long time.
Is that way in every other part of the country? I mean, I don't know if that's just a local thing here because muscadines grow so well and they're just super popular, but like everybody around here. I mean, again,
I think it's probably pretty popular in Louisiana also.
I could imagine. I could
They have
imagine.
a lot of that, yeah.
I would imagine. And you know, like being here every day at the Homebrew Center, people come in, they get wine supplies, they get carboys, they get, you know, they get all kinds of stuff. Anything you need for homebrewing. Like most of the winemakers are, it's like you hit them with the, what are you making?
Muscadine.
Muscadine.
Yeah.
Oh, which I love it. I mean, it's a good
it's my
muscadine.
favorite wine.
Oh my
It's my
God, a
favorite
good
wine.
muscadine is hard to beat. I don't blame them.
Let's see, what do we got? Paradoxal wants some samples, some samplings. Well, I don't know where you're located, but you know, this shop's open 6 days a week. We've always got stuff to test and try. And
9 to 6, Monday through Saturday. You bring some stuff for us to try. We'll give you some stuff to try.
yeah, Winthong says Alabama too, talking about the muscadine.
Oh, really? Lots of muscadine in Louisiana. Lots of winemakers here up north.
Yeah, I think wine is a good place to start too, because it'll teach you a lot of good habits.
Yeah.
When it comes to fermentation.
Yeah.
So it is a good place to start.
Also, you have to be a little bit more cautious in terms of sanitation and just like regular practice when it comes to ferment. I feel like, because I told you this at the beginning when I first started coming over here. If you can get the fermentation process down and just understand what is it that we are doing in this glass carboy, what affects what, sugar and yeast, and how much, and start just messing with that base level knowledge. You get all that with winemaking.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you're just like we told the guy today, you're just throwing it over in a pot and heating it up. There's stuff that comes along with the heads and the hearts and the tails and making cuts, and a whiskey ferment is different in many ways than a wine ferment, but you know, the base is there.
I think the learning curve from finished fermentation on a wine to a finished brandy that's been distilled, like I think the learning curve is much harder in the first step to make a wine than it is to make a brandy.
Absolutely.
I mean, there are things you have to learn about distilling and all of that.
Yeah.
But you've learned the hard part if you can do a good fermentation. Okay, so let's try these out. Let's see what Shane, this was number 1 and this was number 2.
All right. I'm going to go in after number 1 here.
They look very similar.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Very similar look. One's, you know, a little hazier.
This
than
is
the other.
hazier for sure. The marked one, right?
Yeah.
Is yours the same?
Yeah.
Okay. What would hazier denote? Sugar or blue agave?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I don't know.
I lean blue agave because there's just more than just actual sugar content, and I think that your clarity would be like a little hazier, but I don't know that.
Are they the same ABV?
Yes.
They are the same ABV. Okay.
Did y'all see that pinky right there? Crept up. It wasn't even trying. Just before I knew it, it was just all the way up.
Well, first off, it's a good beer.
That's a damn good beer. I'll give it that. I couldn't tell you if it's got blue agave or sugar in it. Try the second one here. Oh.
I can tell a difference.
I can definitely tell a difference. Do you have carbonation issues on this one? On these two?
I don't want to talk about that.
So the mash bill's the same on both of them, right? Except for the sweetener.
So just to let everyone know, this is what I use to make both of them the same amount. So this is 2 pounds of two-row. So got it
Caramel.
home
What,
down
that's
the road.
the 80 liter?
80. I think I might have got one that was a 40 and one is a 80, but so close, it's not going to make any difference. So, but I got that here. I used 2 pounds and I made 1 gallon out of that. And I just added sugar on one and blue agave on the other to get a 6% ABV. Pretty simple.
Okay.
I used the same hops, all the same bag, same yeast, as close as I could get to making it the same.
I'm going to throw my guess out there. I'm going to guess that number 2 is the blue agave, but I really don't know for sure. I can tell the difference in the two, but
I'm just going to say which one I like more, and I would think that that's the blue agave.
this one seems more citrusy to me too.
All right. I like number 2. I like number 2 more.
Mhm.
And I would think it's the blue agave.
What's your guess for blue agave?
This one here, the one without the mark. I think you said it's number 2.
Yes, you're both correct. Number 2, the unmarked, is the blue agave.
I think it makes a difference.
It does. It does. I
They
like
definitely
it.
taste different, and I do like that. I'm with him. I like it better.
Also, look at the clarity difference. I mean, just like taste aside, because I would have thought this was the blue agave, that a little hazier, but it's actually the clearer of the beers.
And a lot of things could affect that too.
Sure.
I mean, what
Sure,
temperature,
sure.
how did I grind the grain, so on and so on and so on.
Sure.
So, all right. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed that. I'm not reading the chat. I probably should have been reading the chat this whole time.
Oh no, you're fine. Well, man, I appreciate you bringing them by, letting us
Hey,
do a little.
no problem.
taste test on
That
mine.
everyone appreciated that and learned something out of there. You can do some little things like that with the same beer and get a completely different flavor.
Yeah.
So, well, not completely different. It's still a 2-row, but
So
it's
this
different.
both of these came out of the same ferment, the same gallon. Is that what you're saying?
No, I made 2 different 1-gallon batches.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. I was just going to say this one seems to have a stronger citrus on it, and I was wondering if the blue agave calmed the citrus.
Quieted it down just a
Yeah.
little bit.
The only citrus I would have added in there is the hops, being
Yeah.
Citra hops. So,
It was a citra hop. Okay.
yes, so maybe I did a little bit slightly different temperature or something
okay,
like
I see,
that.
I
Yeah,
see.
It's very subtle, but as close as I can make it, I try to make them exactly the same.
Okay. Cool.
Well, that's awesome, brother.
All right.
Appreciate
Thank you.
you.
Thanks for having
Thanks
me
for
on.
stopping by.
Glad y'all enjoyed the beer.
Broken Tool Garage on YouTube, by the way. If you guys want
Thank
to
you.
slide over there real quick and give them
Yeah.
a follow.
I don't do that kind of stuff. I'll bring that here for these guys. So I do, general ranching.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fixing one-legged-
Grease
fixing-
monkey stuff.
Yeah, fixing one-legged cherry pickers.
Right.
Y'all have a good one. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. All right. Whew. What's been happening? What's been happening? I feel like
What do we miss?
I've been neglecting our chat a little bit.
It has a ton of muscadine at his house. That's awesome.
Who does?
Tony. There was Tony started with all grain beer. That's a tough start, brother. That's probably, I think, the hardest of everything for me.
Yeah.
All grain beers.
I would agree with that too.
Yeah, that's talk about a learning curve, just like drinking from a water hose all at once when you start that off.
We've got an all grain going over there. No, it's not all. We used a little bit of DME in it, didn't we? Yeah. But we got a
Yeah.
beer going over there. I'm
Yeah.
pretty excited to taste. It's taking its sweet time.
HB Light,
Call it the HB Light.
ready for that to get off the. It's just like continue, like it works pretty good too. Like it's
Yeah, it's just a real steady. It never went crazy, but it just keeps poking along. Been going for over a month.
yeah, over a month for sure. I'm used to that with ferments where they'll just like hard work,
Yeah, that apple.
The apple, prime example. 6-gallon apple wine going over here, and it was just like there was turbulence in there. It was churning up. I mean, it was sending. It looked like a big lava lamp. It was just exploding little. And then like now, just a steady little. So that's what I'm used to on the wine side of things. That's pretty typical for most of my ferments. With the energizer, the pectin enzyme, the yeast, the EC1118, and a healthy amount of sugar that I normally start them off with.
They get off to a quick start.
They normally just really blow through the gates.
I was going to dump these in one glass like you did, but I kind of want to keep them separate.
Well, see, and that's what I kind of wanted to do. I wanted to mix them together and see if you get a little mix of both. What's that like?
Yeah, this is a really good beer. I like it.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, like,
It'd be real good if it was carbonated too, Shane. You can use those priming pellets over there. That'll fix that. Been trying to get them on the priming pellets.
Yeah.
Tough sell.
Well, he has the way he's been doing it forever, and that's the way he wants to keep doing it.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say is, like, I've tasted a lot of, like, craft homemade beer.
Mhm.
75% of it I don't like.
I would say, yeah, I mean, it's just so easy to have an issue in there at some point. Like for me, a lot of times when someone hands me a homebrew, they have one of 3 main issues. They don't get all the sediment out, and it's kind of like real chalky. And I don't necessarily, I appreciate a beer that is just like how I love my wines. Very clear, very, very clean. No aftertaste. The whole beer tastes the same too. Mm-hmm. So it's either normally an issue with carbonation, like not enough, or like they're blown up before you can even drink them. Mm-hmm. It is the sediments that makes it all the way through the process and into their bottles, mm-hmm. or it just tastes bad. Which there's not an exact cure for that, and maybe that's just an ingredients problem. I don't know, but. It tastes bad, too much sediment, or like carbonation's kind of out of whack.
Yeah.
Those are the 3 most common issues. I mean, the taste bad is just kind of a broad general, but it's the carbonation and the sediment normally for me.
Yeah.
That said, when you do get a good homebrew beer where you're like, oh shit, this is good. Yeah. Like, it's very hard to beat. It is the better of, I think, the 3 when I have an exceptional, like really good homemade wine, or I have a very good homemade bourbon. I would think when I get a homemade beer, I'm more, maybe it's because I'm more surprised by it, but I'm like really, really happy about the good homemade beers.
Right.
Maybe that's because they're fewer and far in between.
That's probably true.
Could be it. What's up, John? Appreciate you being on over on TikTok land.
Let's see. Bottling some wheated bourbon at 50% ABV. Terry, 75 days on medium toast, light char, smooth stuff.
Paul McKinley said, do some beer making live streams. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, for sure.
We should do that.
Yeah.
We should schedule one out. That'd be fun. Big Ed Guns. First off, great handle. Don't know if you're talking about these guys or if you're talking about these guys. Either way, big fan. Still output appears to be pulsing. Stream strong, slows, drips, then kicks back up. Can't see cooling. Don't know what all that means entirely put together, but
I think talking about the drip cam maybe. Yeah.
How much we got in that bucket at this point?
Looks like you could bump the heat up a little bit because there's only what is there, a gallon in there or 3 gallons?
We ended up with 3.5 gallons in our pot because we have a 3-gallon carboy and I put another half gallon of water over in there to proof it all the way down. How's that water doing?
It hasn't reached lukewarm yet. All right. Tony says he makes really good IPAs and stouts.
Tony, let's be buddies, man. I love a good stout, a good homebrew stout.
We got that coffee over there that that Richard brought us.
I've been thinking
Brought
about it
us
ever
ground
since he dropped
coffee
it off.
to make a stout with.
One of the perks about working at a homebrew store, people bring you stuff. And they're
All
like,
the
hey,
time.
try this. What do you
All
think
the
about
time.
this? And so it makes its way into our ferments, our beers, our whiskeys, our wines. Pretty excited about that coffee stout.
Yeah.
Oh, I can bring you my recipe.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely bring the recipe. I also wanted to mention that I made a little progress on the channel memberships. So we're going to have our own badges and our own emojis.
That's sick.
Yeah, so I didn't get them all uploaded. I was trying to get it all ready for this week, but couldn't make it happen. Pretty sure I'll have it ready by next week. So we're going to have a diaper
Depends.
emoji.
Depends.
So every time we have to say it depends, we can just
It's super common.
load the chat up with depends.
Like we try to give people good answers too, but like
It always depends.
it always depends on something. Like there's not it's like anything else. You're looking for like a yes or a no or this is the way.
Yeah.
Just you can't ever give anyone that. I hate that, but
Right.
it's the best answer.
Yeah, and then I'm working on an emoji for when someone jumps in and mentions the Cy Robertson comment.
That happens.
That happens.
That's common.
Almost every week. I'm surprised that hadn't happened this week already.
We're not begging for them. We're not asking for them. But at the
just
same
always
time, it
happens.
seems like something that happens at least once a week. So
What other? I'm allowed to put up 4 custom emojis.
ooh, let's pull one out of the chat
If
here.
we have like 8 subscribers.
Let's pull an emoji out of the chat. We'll let them decide right now.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
What kind of emojis do you guys think would go really well with our
It's
our
corn.
community? It's corn.
Big lumps of knob.
Corn.
Remember that
We could
kid?
do
all
a
kinds of
corn
different
cob.
things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We could do a mason jar.
What do you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
think? Think of an inventive Shane. See you, brother.
All right, appreciate it. Glad you all enjoyed the beers, and I'll bring you my coffee ale recipe.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Later, buddy.
Awesome. Appreciate you.
Thanks,
Yeah.
man. So you guys let us know in the chat. We're gonna have a few different, membership emojis there. What do you think? What fits? What do you think's a good idea? What do you want to see? What do you want? What do you want?
Terry Baldwin says duck call.
Richard Henderson. That's that guy that brought us that coffee.
That's a coffee fella.
That's a
right
coffee
there.
guy.
Roasts his own coffee, shares it with us. It's awesome.
Oh, a mason jar. Yeah, that could be a good one.
Mm-hmm. Diabetic, so had to switch to liquor. I mean, it's tough.
Is that how it works? I mean, I'm not a doctor.
I mean, there was a time when I was
real, right?
when I was offering my product to the public, let's say,
Sure.
and had a customer that was like,
Like 8 years plus ago is what he's talking about. Like that's way outside any kind of statute of limitations.
right, and had a customer that said, my doctor said I have to quit buying.
Really?
Yeah.
He put it off on his doctor, huh?
He said his doctor said he's diabetic and asked him if he was drinking too much alcohol.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's why I asked. Like, I think all alcohol is kind of equal in the world of like the diabetics and stuff. So
Yeah.
maybe
I don't have any idea.
liquor could be better than beer.
I don't have any idea. I just remember.
Oh, it's
I
the
lost a customer.
carbs. It's the carbs. Well, you
Oh,
could
okay.
drink. You could drink these things here. I'm not gonna. They're not paying us money yet, so I'm not gonna promote them. Is that?
Paul says a spill emoji. Yeah, we definitely need a spill emoji of some sort.
3 point, maybe like some water crashing or something.
Something, yeah.
Spill
A
emoji would be
glass
good.
of tea for Cy.
But don't spill as much anymore though. Now that we got the drip cam, it kind of saves us a lot of heartache.
Yeah, the only time
I
we
spill stuff here.
the only time we spill stuff there is when we're running and we're not live now, because the
Oh.
chat rarely lets us spill anything.
Yeah, that's true. We still spill stuff on this table all the time though. I think though, Let's take what do you want? We want to take a little intermission?
Yeah.
Take an intermission. I'm going to plug some batteries into this here breathalyzer. And some point after we come back, you guys are going to try to guess my BAC. Win a pretty bitchin' 1 gallon mead kit. This thing's pretty sick, too. Comes with all the instructions, glass carboy. Is there a fermenter book? No. 2 pound of honey fermenter. You got yeast, auto siphon, airlock. What is that little bottle down there? Sanitizer. And a cap.
Yep.
The instructions are really what I think makes a lot of value in this kit, especially if you've never made a mead before. If you've made a mead before, you know what you're doing. You're going to get the kit. You're going to know what's up. But if you've never made a mead before, this is for sure the one way to start. Like it's I don't know. I mean, if I didn't have a bunch of old bird hunting buddies like up in their 70s and 80s showing me how to make wine, I would have never made any wine.
Yeah.
Like I would have had to have a step by step. You do this, then this, because I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah.
I was asking them. I remember. I think back on some of the questions I was asking some of those older guys that were like showing me how to make wine, and I'm like, "Oh, you really didn't know like anything at all."
Right.
I was like, "Why are we putting yeast in here? What's that do?"
It has put an emoji in there, but I can't tell what
It's
it
a
is.
banjo.
It's a banjo.
Oh, a banjo might be
That's a
nice.
good option.
You got a pretty mouth.
You got a pretty mouth, boy. All right. Speaking of,
Let me catch Clinton's before we jump out.
I was going to say, speaking of pretty mouths, let's take a little break here. Sorry about that.
When dealing with conditions, make sure to preface with, we're not doctors and not giving medical information before stating you could drink these.
I don't think anyone has to guess for 1 second that we don't have a medical degree.
I mean,
Maybe we should put a little something in there.
It's very similar to you when you guys wade off into legalese.
Yeah.
That you say that you're not a
Not
lawyer.
attorneys, not doctors.
we could start off at the beginning of every live stream saying,
A disclaimer.
if you are taking our advice, you're making a mistake.
No one would cover everything. No one's ever stopped me in a grocery store or gas station or shopping mall and been like, "Hey, I know you probably get this a lot, but
Are you a doctor?
are you a doctor?" That said, we will show you guys the North Georgia video footage that we have. We'll take a little break here. We'll take probably about a little 5-minute intermission. You guys will see a countdown clock come up on the screen. We'll be back in 5 minutes or so. Use this time. We're old men, okay? Our bladders are doing things. We're aging. We've got to take bathroom breaks, okay? So we'll be back here in about 5 minutes and get this little guy out.
All right.
Hope you enjoyed that little video. We are back.
I hope the video had sound.
It didn't.
It did not.
It did not have sound.
Okay, all right.
Never mind.
Fair enough.
We'll be running that. We'll be running that commercial again in the future. It'll.
Yeah, we'll get
It
it
will
fixed.
have sound, okay? If you want to view it, I've seen it. You can go to North Georgia Still Company's TikTok, and it's all over the place over there. It's on there. They've got Facebook and YouTube, too. It's on, so.
Jason Acosta has made it in.
Fact checkers be damned.
So I thought I would. A lot of people like to know the temperatures, and since this still has 3 different thermometers, thought I would show you guys. We're at. I don't have my glasses on. I can't even tell what that says. 190 right there. Down in the pot. Oh, 195, I guess that is. And then over here on the thumper, 180. Well, I moved your drip cam around, Adam. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Look good right there.
Yep, that's good.
So most of, let's see, all of our stills that we have besides this one only have a thermometer in the cap area.
Well, the Mile High's got one down in the pod, and then it's got one
that's
up there at the top of the column. But
I just never pay attention to it.
yeah, we never look at it. Look at the flame, look at the drip. Not really. So you've always been that way. Not really so focused at temperatures of this part of the still or the top versus the pot. More focused on the drip and.
Yeah, I just know that every run can be a little bit different. You do get some ranges where you expect it to be, but so many variables. There's just a handful of variables that affect it, so I don't worry about it that much. Also, I was going to mention that my beard is looking pretty good. I have been using Bad Juju beard stuff now for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And when I started using it, it was maybe we'll promote this product, but I'm going to use it first because I've used beard products before. And although they smelled great, there's one in particular that I use that I love the smell, but I never really did notice a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe slightly. I did notice some difference, but I've been using this for 3 weeks, and it has made a dramatic difference, I think. My beard feels better. I also no longer I used to get this itchy under my chin.
Dude, that's the big thing for me.
And it's gone. And I think I don't know if it's the oil or the butter.
The oil, I think.
Yeah.
It's supposedly the oil, from what the guy over at Bad Juju was telling us. Like, so mine was all over the place, kind of like scraggly. It's like, honestly, it was too dry probably.
Yeah.
And since I've started using it, like, beard smells good, it's cleaner. My face doesn't itch, which is the main thing for me. Like, my skin would get so damn irritated. It gets so itchy. It doesn't happen anymore. I'm never like clawing at my neck, you know?
Yeah, it was always right under my chin for me, and that has just disappeared. It's no longer like that. And I guess maybe my skin was dry under there or something. I don't know. And, Winsong may be jumping in here telling, she's been telling me to do this for years.
My wife was trying to get me to shave mine. Like, she's like, hey, let's get rid of this thing. And then ever since I started using the Bad Juju, that's like kind of gone away, which is like really good because I don't want to shave. So pretty happy about that.
But what was interesting is I won't mention the brand. I got it at Walmart, but
Dog 'em.
Jack something.
Oh,
Weird.
Every man Jack.
Every man
Jack, huh?
That was
tried
what I tried, and there just wasn't that much.
You weren't feeling it either? I never tried
But I'll
it.
tell you,
I've used their deodorant. It's okay. But the beard oil, nah.
Real.
the sandalwood scent, I loved it.
Yeah.
But it was just like, it just made my beard smell good, which, there's nothing wrong with that.
They're definitely not all created equal. I will say that. I will say that.
And I've also always been someone that was like, in construction, filthy, dirty all the time, out in the weather and the elements. Like, why am I going to go through the trouble?
Who cares? What's the point?
You know? Right.
I will say, just from the aspect of my face not being itchy all the time, like, I never won't use it. Like, it's dude,
Yeah.
I can't describe how irritating that was.
So I've now decided I'm going to be promoting this product. And like, I don't know, like there's probably a lot of beard oil companies out there that do good, but this guy's like over in Oklahoma. So we're like neighbors. He's just a one-man operation.
Oh, yeah.
His family with his craft, you know, so I love that.
Guy's not a millionaire. He's just a guy working out of his house. He's got a shop there. He goes on live all the time on TikTok, but like just hardworking dude trying to like provide for his family, which kind of struck a chord with me. He seemed like a great guy, you know?
Yeah.
So pretty cool. Got the discount code in there for you guys that are bearded boys and girls. Don't want to discriminate, you know, so... but that's it's a 5% off discount code in the chats. Hop over there, see what you think. Man, this thing is just running. It's almost like I feel like we're leaking out of that.
Just a steady stream.
What is that, a 1 gallon pail? 2?
I think it's 1 gallon. I don't know. I never measured it.
I'm comparing it to a 2 gallon fermenter. Like the, 2 gallon ferment buckets that we sell, and it's like pretty similar.
Yeah.
Probably a little less.
A little under 2 gallons. Yeah.
What's up, Clampett? What should we run next in this North Georgia? What should the maiden voyage be?
Well,
Corn liquor?
I mean, it depends on when we want to run it, because if we want to run it soon, it's going to be corn liquor. Because that's what we got ready.
Well, we have the weeded bourbon.
Some corn liquor ready.
Get the weeded bourbon that'll be ready. I mean, we could run one of yours in it. We could run just a good old corn liquor in it. We could do a double distillation of the vodka in it.
Yeah, but I don't have any of those ferments going right now.
Well, we got that's a weeded bourbon back there.
What?
The one that my stuck ferment.
Oh, I thought that was a super simple.
It's not a super simple. I went back and looked at it.
It's a weeded bourbon.
Yeah, it's a weeded bourbon.
All right, well, we can do a weeded bourbon then.
The weeded bourbon. How much corn is in the weeded bourbon?
Weeded bourbon has 8.5 pounds of corn.
Yeah, it's a weeded bourbon.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So we got that. We got corn liquor. We got more vodka. We got.
Well, we're about to have
brandies.
Oh, brandies. Yeah. We're about to have a malt whiskey.
Yeah.
And some other stuff, but I'm not going to get into it. It's too far out.
Some other things.
What is your honest opinion about the 8-gallon Beaver 3-piece for a beginner still? My honest opinion is it is a great price point to get into the hobby with, but if you're going to buy a Beaver, I recommend the Lombardi pot. It's, the football shaped column. I think it's a much better still. The evidence in the Moonshine for Beginners group, because a lot of people in that group have gotten Beavers, and it does seem that the people who get the football style still are happier with it.
Pretty happy with them, yeah.
So my honest opinion is I wouldn't start with that one if I had a choice to get the football still. That being said, there are people making good liquor with that little pot still. So you can do it. It's a little more temperamental. It's a little tougher to get it working right and all of that. But that's my honest opinion.
Yeah, we get a lot of feedback from guys that run those style of Beavers. And out of all the Beaver guys, those seem to be the most, the happiest.
Yeah, they're the ones that are least likely to be ready to modify it quickly.
Yeah. Everyone that gets the base pot still style look like big pressure cookers. They're instantly kind of tweaking them and changing things about them, and there's something about it, whatever the aspect of that might be, that they're not 100% like in love with.
The coil is undersized, the thumper is undersized, so those are usually the two things they start with when they start making modifications.
Jim Phillips says, I love my North Georgia Still 10-gallon with a 3-gallon thumper and 3-gallon worm. I opted for the 2,000-watt heater system. We just going to run a little electric. We always get kind of in the chat as guys are very curious about electric. And
I had an element and a controller. I actually ended up giving it away because I hardly ever use it. But I want to build an SCR, and then we'll buy an element. And then we'll have a system.
Cool.
Yeah, for sure. We lost chat.
But I've got a screenshot, and Midnight Runner says Lombardi Viva is the only way to go for easy success.
There you go.
He's agreeing.
That's a nice little bag.
That's nice. It's nice.
I like that.
Rimfire says the Viva 3-piece is what I use. Stay with Cyrus kits and you will do okay, but I'm looking to improve myself.
Yeah.
For sure.
Appreciate the plug there.
Absolutely.
Stick with the STC kits. Won't steer you wrong.
Nick Haas said, I bought the Viva also just to start out. My mash was not ready last weekend to run through. Think it may have stalled. Stalling ferments are pretty common this time of year.
Yeah.
Got a guy come in today, and he was like, I don't know what's going on.
Very common this time of year.
It's cold.
It's almost always temperature when it's this time of year.
I think so. He was telling me how much sugar and how much grain he had, and I'm like, yeah, that's not your problem. Because it seemed a little light, if anything. So it's probably a temperature thing. Jason Acosta, yep, I deleted those dinky flex lines and did copper line arms and Liebig condenser.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's modifying the Beavers. Which is cool, too, like, right? If you have the know-how and you know what you want to change and what you don't like about it, they're pretty easy to change and, like, cut a hole saw through. And
yeah, it's not too bad.
guys are doing crazy things with those.
I mean, my most common story about Beaver modifications is Backwoods. Backwoods started with a Beaver and kept modifying it. And by the time he has a different steel now, he doesn't even use it.
Yeah.
By the time he was done with all the modifications, like you couldn't even tell it was a Beaver anymore. It was so different. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Flatland Hillbilly says he uses the Beaver Lombardi condenser on his Mile High 8-gallon. Hell yeah.
Guys like those condensers. I mean, I think even if you're not running a Beaver, just like Flatland said, like, the condensers are pretty nice, and especially for the money, they've got to be. Like, I don't know what it would cost just to get a Lombardi condenser, but
I don't even know that you can, honestly. I don't think they part things out. I think it's really kits, just complete kits.
okay.
Because I hear a lot of people, like, a common thing are the gaskets, and nobody can seem to find where to replace the gaskets because the gaskets that come with them are kind of
Niche.
not awesome. Niche and not of the highest quality.
That wouldn't be great. I've got to buy a whole new still setup because I can't find gaskets.
Yeah.
Yikes. I'm sure probably there's some, gasket material. You see those, like, have you ever been working on a truck or anything and did the, like, squirt your own gasket?
Yeah.
Maybe you can make something like that work.
RTV.
Yeah.
I made a still once with RTV. I made a still gasket.
Really?
Yeah.
How did you like it?
I mean, ran a lot of liquor out of it.
Got the bills paid.
That's right.
This is 8+ years ago, by the way. We're going to preface all this by saying if there's a member of the ATF in our chat, this is all past the statute of limitations. Happened 8+ years ago.
Right.
All right. Tony says aquarium heaters are a must.
In there, just don't pay attention.
Yeah, dude. We're good, dude. We're just living life. Leave us alone. Let us be. Hillbilly Glass Barrel says I got the 8-gallon milkshake Beaver. It has 1.5 inch tri clamp, so I just use the pot and lid. Okay.
Oh yeah. Check out my Beaver setup for this weekend. I posted on MeWe. I will check it out.
Ooh, links to the MeWe in the chat, courtesy of Midnight Runner. What he's referring to is the Moonshine for Beginners group over on MeWe. It's a good place to go check out, get some good information from some folks that have been doing it a long time, see questions that beginners such as yourself may have. Also, like, if you've been running a while and you want to hop on over there and help guys out that haven't been distilling for very long, that's also very welcome.
Your knowledge.
Yeah.
Shoot, yeah.
It's a really cool group. It's been around for a while, and Cyrus and Duke and a lot of the other guys in the chat have been in there for a while, and it's fun.
Paul McKinley, Jason Acosta.
Jason, Paul.
I think Jeffrey's in there.
Yeah.
Midnight Runner.
Jason. Yeah. Cool place. A lot of good people. Jim Phillips says, I have all the glass fill ports and the clamp connections. Well, great. Jason Acosta, George has a video of how to make a food-safe silicone seal. Really?
Interesting.
Where is it at?
I'm sure the RTV that I used, the engine block gasket maker was probably not the best choice.
I had a beer fermenter that was the pot for my first keg, and there was high heat rated silicone that I was using because the connections, like, nothing fit, nothing threaded in correctly. So it was literally me sticking them in there and using this high temp silicone to seal it.
Yeah.
And dude, there was silicone melting off in there. It was just not a good situation.
And look at you now. You're mostly fine.
Could be a reason for a lot of things. But no, yeah, I mean, like, I've been there. I have been that guy where I'm like, okay, well, I have absolutely no money to spend on it still, but I want to make some whiskey and I'm going to make it work.
Right.
And, dude, getting $300 or $400 to get that, like, first starter still is like, dude, you just feel like, dude, what am I?
I can build this.
I'm Popcorn Sutton, dude.
Right.
Yeah.
Justin says the ATF should be a convenience center, not a government agency. Yeah, it should be a place where you go to buy stuff.
I don't disagree with that, but also if they are in the chat, like, hey, we're cool, we're good.
Jeff says, MeWe has really helped me. Everyone is very helpful. I would recommend. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a cool community over there for sure. Everyone's super nice.
The best. Let's see. We're about 2/3, maybe 2/3 full over there.
That's a lot of booze.
Jason says, driving up to deer camp now, Lord willing, we gonna get my 9-year-old a deer.
Dude, is deer season still happening in Louisiana?
I guess so.
That is crazy.
Remember that extension? He might have been the one that told us about it.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, that's pretty cool. They didn't let the weather jip them out of. They had that, like, unprecedented snowstorm down there, and I guess, like, the Department of or whoever it is down there, Game and Fish, they were like,
let's just hunt a little longer.
Let's actually just bump season a little bit. You guys don't, like, worry about getting out in it. Like, we'll just extend season. So that's pretty cool.
Barry Baldwin says MFB on MeWe is awesome. We agree. Paul McKinley says MFB is my only social media. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's all you. That's I love that. Yeah, Hillbilly Glass Barrels saying it snowed up there. They give them a little extra time, which I think is just really pretty awesome. Yeah, I wish the Game and Fish like that was up here. It's like, oh, hey, turkey season's been, I don't know, 2-3 weeks late for the past 6 years. We're gonna bump it up. It's too late. They're not chasing hens anymore. You guys go come. I don't know. I don't know what our turkey population is doing either. I feel like they don't want us to kill birds. They don't want us to kill turkeys in March. They don't.
No. I mean, I've never been an official turkey hunter.
Yeah.
But there were times in our lives where I was trying to put food on the table.
This was 8+ years ago.
And I knew there were turkeys.
This happened over 8 years ago.
And I'm telling you, I could never get one. Like,
Really?
I don't know what the trick is to get a turkey, but like
They see you very well.
They smell me coming from half a mile away or something.
They don't smell nothing. They see you. They see you from a mile away. They have impeccable vision.
Gotcha.
They're also an extremely, extremely smart bird, which is rare. Most birds, ducks, everything else that everyone hunts is, I don't want to seem like obtuse or anything, but they're like pretty dumb.
It's pretty easy to get
They're
them.
pretty easy. Like dove, dude, you'll shoot at them, they'll make a circle and come right back.
Yeah.
Quail, you flush them up, shoot at them. They light 30, 60 yards away. You go get them again, and they do the same thing.
A pheasant will let you step on it.
Same thing, dude. Same thing. A turkey is, in my opinion, a good tom turkey. There's nothing like tricking one because they are so intelligent.
Yeah.
You hit the wrong hen call. You talk to them just the wrong way. You don't move a certain amount. You don't do this. You don't do that. You're not this close to their roost by the time that they come up. It's just everything's up in the air.
Yeah.
They see very well. It's the only, well, it's not the only one, but I mean, you're fully camoed out when you're turkey hunting, as opposed to wearing any kind of a hunter orange or anything like that. They just, their vision is nuts. Don't get me on a turkey tangent. It's also the second best wild game meat I've ever had in my life. Like wild turkey breast is number 2 for me. Number 1, sandhill crane, ribeye of the sky. I gotta go to Texas to hunt those. Can't even kill one here in Arkansas legally. Yeah. It's a damn shame.
It's a damn shame. Michael Anderson says, "Can you rerun your sacrificial run, or should you just pitch it?" I will rerun it as another sacrificial run, but that's all I do with it.
Not going to try to get any good sipping whiskey out of it, but yeah, we'll keep it, put it over off in this 3-gallon carboy over here, and just continue to rerun it. And
now, that being said, I know people that will rerun a sac run. I know people that
we should do a quadruple distillation on our sac run.
Toss out their head on a sac run and feel like the rest of it is fine. I just don't. And maybe I'm being overcautious, but I don't.
I don't know. It's also a factor of there's a lot of good ferments to throw over in the pot around here. There's a lot of good mashes that need to be ran through a still, and
yeah, we're never lacking in something to run right here.
It's kind of just nice to have a dedicated run that's like, oh yeah, this is a sac run every time we need to clean a still out or we get a new still sent to us. Mm-hmm. We blow this through it and don't ever have to worry about it.
Lost the chat.
A certain bird, Jason Acosta down there in Louisiana says, a certain bird with a red-orange breast is better than a dove and highly illegal. Are you talking about a hawk? I never had a hawk.
Me either.
You ever see that video about Theo Vaughn talking about eating owl? He started telling this story, like legitimately just started telling this story of like, yeah, we ate these owls. And the guy that was on the podcast with him was like,
what?
I don't know that you should be telling people that. Like, that's pretty illegal. And he's like, oh, yeah, we didn't do that.
Jason says, my mash had stalled with all that cold weather. Finally got it back up to 85 degrees today. pH had dropped to 3.2. Brought that back up to 4.5. This Irish whiskey better be good for all the hassle.
Terry Baldwin, which state are you in? 80 elk ain't a lot. That's like Arkansas type numbers. We do a lottery draw here, permit draw, and that's it's gone. And so yeah, 80 elk. That's like. Are you here? Jim Park says 0.052.
Are we guessing yet?
We're not guessing yet, but I would think it's. I don't know. I would think it's hard for me to judge, really. I mean, I'm in the best position to judge, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. Because I don't ever, this is the first time I've ever even took a breathalyzer. I'm going to get a gauge on it. I'm also going to see if it's working.
Yeah, and we don't even really know if it is working, huh?
Oh, it's working.
Just have to trust it.
You're like, oh, boy, we're going to do that again. I don't think that's right. It could
Mine
be
says
right.
0.13.
I'll tell you this. I'm getting a caution. It comes up with a little, like, cartoon that's like, either you're good, caution, danger. I'm not at danger yet, but I'm at caution.
Oh, okay. Let's give folks a little hint. This is good airtime right here.
All right, we'll come back to that. I know what it is. No one else does, but
That's correct, Jason. You don't really know how much he's had.
blow don't suck. Did you see that? Flatland. Sorry, I don't know how to work it. All right. Well, may I interest you?
Yeah, I'll take a little. Which one is that?
This is. What is this? I pulled it off. It's something that I took it. Oh, I back sweetened this.
Oh, okay.
This is just a typical honey mead that I added a half pound of honey to when it finished out at around 9%. The yeast was neutralized about a week prior to, let it clarify, racked it out of the 1 gallon carboy that we neutralized into a new carboy, added the half pound of warm honey, got it mixed up in there and bottled it. So it was just a regular dry mead that we made kind of semi-sweet. Adam, may I interest you in a glass?
Sure.
I took it up to Northwest Arkansas and enjoyed a little bit with my parents. And
What'd they think of it?
they really liked it. He had got a store-bought mead from the liquor store that he wasn't crazy about. And that was the only other mead that he had ever had. I brought him this one. He's like, oh, this is different.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I also don't know what kind of store-bought mead he bought.
Yeah.
And it could have been an issue of just like a dry, simple honey mead. If you've never had one before, is completely different from anything alcohol related that you've ever had before. So
Right.
it's.
So we've got chats
That's great.
in the chat window. Never mind. It's just delayed. Joe Park says size at 0.020.
Oh, well, she's.
When he did Snow Angel 2.3
Jason.
every week.
Maybe we should put a snow angel badge in this. I mean, I'm not trying to prolong this, but it is kind of interesting to know, like, those who know about the snow angel have been with us for some time.
Right.
Pretty in-depth.
What if we had a Snow Angel emoji for channel members? What would that represent? Like when the chat blows up with Snow Angels, what does that mean?
That probably means it's a shit show. I don't know.
It's a shit show.
It probably means that they are thinking that we are getting up there BAC-wise, where we're about to start going and doing some snow angels.
Right.
Which has happened to at least one of us before.
The chat's way of saying y'all are lit up.
Man, I'm really intrigued by that half pound of honey. What's the typical starting specific gravity on those dry mead kits that you like?
If you
It is this mead kit, to be fair.
yeah.
This is this. I hadn't thought about that before just right now, but I mean, this is one of those kits that I just back sweetened with a half pound of honey.
That was one of the gallons that I had done a mead demonstration with in one of the workshops.
Yeah.
That's it. And those come out at, if you follow the directions, they come out at 9.5%.
That's exactly what I think the hang tag said was 9.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Flatland, sure. I think everyone was too high on their guesses, though. I don't know how that
Yeah, I don't know.
reflects towards me, but Oh, Joe Park said a bikini.
Right.
Put a bikini in
Put a
there.
bikini in there.
Bikini snow angel. We'll try to work on a bikini snow angel. I gotta keep.
Someone in the chat earlier had said that appearance of drunkenness is not relative to
That's true.
BAC.
Yeah, this thing's catching up. That said, we, to some extent, probably, I mean, really, it's not every day, but to some extent, I drink every day, even if it's just tasting a bourbon or a corn whiskey. I feel as though my tolerance is one that's significantly higher than the average individual. I don't know. Zach's in the happy zone.
Y'all be
Dude, I'm
careful.
always in the happy zone. Alcohol or not, dude. I try to have a good time.
Y'all, Jason said, y'all be careful shipping with UPS. They doing some messy crap. The box I sent was not one that arrived. Sent 2 bottles and 1 showed up. Dang. You sent 2 bottles in the same box, and when it was delivered, there was 1 bottle? Is that what you're saying, Jason?
I didn't realize. Yeah, you got UPS pickpocketed. Not like, hey, this is.
I mean, I don't know if that's what he's saying.
I don't know.
He'll let us know.
2 bottles or whatever. And don't say it 2 bottles of whatever it is that you sent. But interesting. Joe Park says, call the wife. It'll probably happen. I don't know. Hey, it may not. I don't know. And it's 6:48 or whatever it is now. We're going to take one more of those little breaks at 7 so that I can go use the potty, take a little break. And then once we come back, that's probably where we'll do the meat kit giveaway, I would assume.
All right. We can do that.
A few minutes. Look at that thing. That Texas, that Texas. That honey, by the way, comes from Texas. It's wildflower honey. It's a very high quality honey. So there's
Although that may be changing.
that could be changing. Yeah, we do have a guy here local that comes in and shops with us. And
I've been looking for a local honey guy for a year and haven't been able to get a hold of one. And
also, this is a nerdier bee type conversation, but I am told, and I don't know if it's just because all of the beekeepers that I know are from around this area, but I am told that we have less mites, beetles, and intrusive insects that can, in some ways, affect the quality of the honey than any other area in the country. I'm not sticking by that. I'm not selling you on that aspect of the local honey that we're probably about to be getting. That's just what they say.
yeah, I don't have any knowledge on honeybee anything.
I have the knowledge that my dad gives me. If you scroll all the way down to the bottom of my TikTok, the first videos that I ever put up are beekeeping videos with my dad, which I'll never delete off there. I don't care what I'm doing, just because I like them. But there is so much that goes into beekeeping.
Yeah.
It's such a, just as this is a hobby that requires a lot of knowledge, a lot of cumulative knowledge, like beekeeping is one of those hobbies that's it's crazy. You got to be able to look at your hive and diagnose its health.
Right. And I always figured doing your own honey was like it's not worth it. Like there's too much that goes into it. And then, we meet the honey guy that we're talking about, and it's like, is there any money in honey? Is there any money in honey? And this guy's
Guess what kind of car this drive?
yeah, he's fine.
Guess what kind of car this drive got? He has, I think 3 or 4 of them too. But
It has his 3. He was talking about 3.
Okay, 3. I knew there's a blue one, a black one, and a red one. I know that for sure. But yeah, the honey business is doing well, apparently.
Adam's reining everybody in on the guesses.
Joe, she's in there. 5.2. Come on, Joe. Give me some credit.
I think she meant 0.052.
Oh, yeah, she put it in there.
Okay.
Dude, Joe, if anyone was ever wondering, like, Joe is my absolute favorite.
Yeah, and she's always on the guessing.
I may say it once a week. I don't even care. I will always be a Joe Parks fan.
Yeah.
She is the
What would
greatest.
Joe do?
What would Joe do? Maybe another good badge type WWJD. What would Joe do?
I mean, I don't know.
It'd be interesting.
I don't know Joe except from right here.
Yeah.
But I'll bet you what would
You
Joe
know her
do?
from the MeWe group.
Yeah, but I'll bet you what would Joe do leaves it wide open for you.
Yeah.
I'm just guessing that does not put many
I will meet the great Joe Parks one
Yeah.
day. I don't care what it takes, how it has to happen. Yeah, Joe.
Richard
Joe's the
says to make $1 million with honeybees, you have to invest about $2 million.
Well, that's not entirely. Yeah, like that's actually pretty accurate. It takes so much money, like the hives,
Getting started.
if you're having to buy queens, like if you're hauling gas all over the place to go catch swarms. I mean, it does take a lot of money to get started in beekeeping,
Yeah.
for sure. It is very similar to like, oh, I want to make whiskey, and I want to buy a big setup so that I can run a bunch. It's more than that, though. I mean, the nukes and the supers and there's a ton of money in beekeeping. Start a little beekeeping side hustle.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about it to do that, but it just seems lucrative.
I don't think I'm allowed to start another side hustle.
I'm side hustling out.
Yeah.
If I came home tonight to my wife and I said, "Hey,
We're buying bees.
we're in bees now," I'm telling you right now, she'd punch me in the face. She'd hit me in the mouth. Oklahooch, what's up, brother? Let's have a drink, brother. We've been doing that. 0.18. These guys, dude.
Oklahooch in the house.
No credit in your boy. I got the liver of a camel. I would just imagine they have a large liver. I think an enlarged liver maybe mean that your liver's not working well, though.
Maybe.
Adam, you got a medical diagnosis on that? If your liver's too big as a human, is that a bad thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was quick to answer. We didn't even
Instantly.
think about that.
Instantly.
I'll say this: anything that's enlarged is a bad thing. It should be normal. It should be average.
Should be average size.
It should be
The
average.
big ones hurt, huh? Yoo! Beekeeping ain't cheap. It's really not. I mean, I gotta get off the bees. I keep fixating on the bees.
Well, fixate on this beautiful beast back here. Copper, polished, pretty. Yeah, it's running so well.
Jason, I will I will not be driving home. My wife will drive me home. I'm not. That was the plan ahead of time. Yeah, I do not condone. I don't want to purport to promote drinking and driving. I want to be clear about that right now. I'm not gonna drink and drive. So yeah.
Just showing off this beautiful still a little more.
What's he mean by that? Oklahooch says, mine's like an elephant with... Oh, we're talking about Peter still. I had to catch up on that.
Yeah.
Ooh! Golly, that thing's beautiful.
Got this this copper pot from Peterman. It's pretty awesome.
Where did that come from?
Can't remember his handle. Trying to think of his handle, the name of his company.
Just like a copper worker?
Yeah.
We'll get back to you on that. That is a real cool bucket, though.
Yeah,
We've never used it before either. I've just always seen it
bucks, but
sitting up... wait, what?
yeah,
That's a $150 bucket?
yeah.
Holy shit.
slick, though.
Dude, we're pretty cool. I've never had a $150 bucket before. I don't think I've ever had a $20 bucket
But it's
before.
really awesome. When I saw him, he posted them on TikTok. I was like, oh, I gotta have one of them.
You popped off on it?
Yeah. And it just sits up there.
Yeah, it's a conversation piece that we have never conversated about until today.
Well, I didn't want to admit it, probably. Hooch, that is a 10. That is the North Georgia Fat 10.
King OG said, what? This is an interesting question. King OG said, what was your career through life to set yourself up for success?
I did not have a career in my life to set myself up for success, one. And I'm in my own mind, I haven't hit success yet, so I wouldn't even know how to answer.
Yeah, I would just say that I've never done anything remotely close to what I do now.
I mean, it's kind of silly that I'm even answering the question because this is just a spammer that's in our chat.
Is it really?
Yeah. I'm planning on getting my. Oh, wait. No, maybe not.
I don't think so.
I know Joe didn't need CD. No, I thought he was like, I'm planning on getting my CDs, is what I was thinking. I thought he was in here hawking financial advice.
It's like, yeah, you should follow these 5 quick financial tips for success.
Click this link.
That's not what's going on.
Yeah.
Sorry, King.
Sorry, brother.
That may not be what's going on there.
I would say from my end, I've prior to me coming on over here, I've never done anything like this before. What I'm doing now, I can tell you that I am most happy with. I've always done things in my adult life that were geared towards more of a legal field, dealt with that realm. And I would say this, I set myself up for success throughout my adult life by doing things that paid the bills very well at different points in my life, but that I wasn't just super stoked to do every day.
Yeah.
Of course, there's good days and bad days, even when you're in a field that's like pretty tough. But I think the biggest thing I did to set myself up for success was to find something that I'm not dreading going to work. I'm looking forward to going to work. And my advice would be do something that you don't like doing for a while to help you find something that you enjoy.
So that you appreciate it when you find it.
That is good advice.
Yeah. The one job I had in my life that paid me the most was also the job I hated the most.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I wouldn't have found what I'm doing now if I hadn't went off and worked a job that I didn't love, and I did it for 2 years. And that whole time up there, you go home, you go to work, you go home, and you have a lot of time to sit and think.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And so
you start having these conversations with yourself, like, why am I doing this?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just an incubator.
Yeah.
You figure out what you're going to do next. So.
And I've been longing for punishment too. I mean, my whole life, I've always done things probably the hardest way. I'm good at suffering. I'm good at suffering in silence. And so like finding the niche where you can do something that takes care of you and your family, and then knowing the pains of like, oh, this sucks. Yeah. I'm doing this to get through like the day-to-day, the monthly grind, and then finding something where you're like, okay, first off, I love this, and it's extremely easy. I lay awake at night thinking about how I can do this better, or we can do this, or we can, and I fixate on it constantly every night. It never changes. Yeah. And I'm not mad about that. Whereas before, I was really upset about trying to separate my work life from my home life. Yeah. Because it would impede on me, texts and emails and phone calls after work, and I'd have to deal with them due to the nature of my job. And now it's like, if one of those came through, I'd be like, hey, what's going on? Yeah, sure. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know if that answers your question, but that's just my perspective. Uncle Hooch says, I've been in the oil field for 30 years and now shining, so I love them both.
Yeah. It's awesome, brother.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
KOG said, where are you fellas from? We are in Arkansas, Fort Smith, Arkansas, to be exact.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of the things I love about this job, and that my head is always turning on, it just never stops.
Yeah.
I mean, I go home and me and Mama get to spend some time together.
Sure.
And chill out and watch some TV, but still in the background, my head is still always turning on it, and it's always like, how can we tweak this thing or tweak that thing to make it better for the people who are paying attention to what we're doing?
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
And that's a lot of fun. It's almost like it makes me feel like I'm playing a video game sometimes, because you know, when I was a kid playing video games, I play this same level over and over, and I die at the same spot. And how do I get past that spot? And it's a game to figure out what's this little thing to get to this next little spot, you know?
Yeah.
My job feels like that. And I love it. It's like I've gamified my job.
Yeah.
Well, and also it's like, while we're here, like we're here 9 to 6 Monday through Saturday, and we'll have pretty intense, like, hey, we're focused on this. How do we do this? Cyrus is more heavy on the computer and website side of things, and sometimes we'll be sitting there at the desk and we're like, how do we do this and that? It's like, in the middle of all that, a customer can walk in and it's like, I'm having a really good time talking to this guy that just trying to figure out, like, hey, this ferment and this thing, like, I'm in my hobby all the time.
Right.
I'm in a work field where it's like, oh, this is like, yeah, this is what people do after work to have a good time, except I get to do it all day.
Yeah, yeah. It's a lot of
So I don't know.
It does make you feel lucky.
King OG says, I'm a felon. You're gonna have that. You're gonna have that, brother.
There's been times I could have been.
I've in my previous work history, I've dealt with thousands of felons. I mean, literal thousands of felons, and my only advice would be, don't let it weigh you down. I mean, yeah, it seems like it's obviously you could be YouTube chatting us from a federal holding facility right now. I don't know that. It would seem like, though, that is behind you. And while a felony carries certain connotations and there's a smudge on your record that you've got to get to employers, and you've got to, there's constant hurdles and kind of this blemish, like, dude, don't let it get down, man. Like, tons of people have felonies. I don't know. Like, it's not the worst thing. Like, just move on from it and try to be the best person you can be.
Yep.
Not that big a deal, brother.
Mark says it's what got you guys to this moment, so it wasn't all bad.
100% true.
Like, I'm exactly where I am because of exactly where I've been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
I don't regret any of my tough jobs, and honestly, to a certain degree, they help me in what I do now.
Sure.
So, yeah, I regret nothing and love where I'm at. I don't know if that shares any clarity. Terry Baldwin says, retired. My job is keeping it between the lines. Terry, brother, I like the way you think, man.
Great job.
Nice stream on the drip cam.
Yeah. It's
look
nice
at
little
that.
solid pencil strain. It's perfect.
I wonder if we could drop
That is the positive thing about a good thumper.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you get out of a good thumper.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Which I was asking Cyrus before we started the stream if we thought our thumper would make any music, so to speak, but we don't have any kind of thick mash down in there. We don't have anything that we're infusing with.
Yeah, there's
So it's not
nothing
really
real
popping
going on
and
in there.
cracking.
I think you dropped like an eighth of a pint down in there of
Yeah, if that.
not really anything in it.
Garrett Oldham said, I guarantee this lifestyle adds to your ambition, not dampers. For sure, man. Like, this is it's a cool hobby. And, just to be fair to everyone, like, there's a lot of people that this isn't their hobby. Like, they make their living from doing what we're doing, permitted or not condoning one or the other, not telling anyone to break the law or condoning that, but, like, it's a fact. Like, there are guys out in the hills, out on their farms that are running liquor to provide for their family. That's, again, not condoning it, not saying do this, don't do this, but like
Not saying
it's
it's
a
good or
fact.
bad. It just
It's a
is.
fact.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I'll leave that at that.
7:01, take a little intermission, come back and have a competition.
Yeah, let's take a little break here. Let's go run, use the bathroom. We are going to be doing something pretty fun when we come back. I'm going to be taking this little breathalyzer here, okay? I'm going to stick it in my mouth, blow for a few seconds. The winner gets this mead kit. You may have never made mead before. It's not hard, especially with this kit. Comes with all the instructions, comes with all this cool stuff. Glass carboy auto siphon, a couple pounds of honey, some yeast, some sanitizer, and all the instructions that make sure if you've never done this before that you can do it easily from the house. That said,
Yeah, I'm going to be guessing.
yeah,
And then whoever's closest without going over wins it.
yeah, we're gonna guess my blood alcohol content.
Yeah, and if you're interested in that kit, if you don't win or whatever, that not stillintheclear.com. We don't offer that on stillintheclear.com. That's homebrewcenter.com.
That's the Homebrew Center website for sure.
Mm-hmm.
The mead kits
and
and the
the
wine
wine kit.
kits.
We have both of those. The only two products on that website at this point in time.
Jesus.
Don't make eye contact with the breathalyzer.
I'm trying to just like wash it.
I'm glad I wasn't taking a drink right then. That would have got me.
Oh, Jason, you son of a bitch.
Spit it out.
All right, we're on a break. We're on that note. We're on a break.
We'll see you guys.
Look at that. We're back, just as promised. Yeah, so wanted to tell you guys too. No. I want to know instantly.
Terry says never offer the breathalyzer donuts and coffee.
Wanted to tell you guys to appreciate all the support over doing these lives every week. Like, it's a lot of the same people tune in week to week, and that means a lot to us. Also, we've made the decision, like, all the super chats that get come in throughout the streams, those go to the Adam. He is an incremental part of the stream, and kind of really is maybe the main reason.
The only reason it's as good as it is.
Production is what it is. He's a full-time college student, and so the super chats are all going to him now. So anyone who sends a super chat, you are giving money directly to Adam, which helps us make sure that the stream is great for you guys every week. So just want to throw that out there and do a quick little tidbit on the super chats. But yeah, still drinking beer, but smudged. What's the legal limit in your state? It's 0.08 to drive. I feel like once I even get close to approaching 0.08, though, it's actually less than that. I'm not giving anyone legal advice, but you can get a DWI for having less than 0.08 blood.
Again, if you're taking our advice, you're wrong.
We're not the people to take advice from on that kind of a thing. But that said, I am giving you advice to be overly cautious, whatever your state is. Like, you can get a DWI with less than a 0.08 blood alcohol content. So, especially if there's a wreck involved or something like that. So,
I think I'm going to dump this. It's getting a little full.
Yeah, I've got yeah. See how you handle this maneuver. Here, let me help you out here.
Village.
Is there?
Lots.
Sorry?
It's all running down the back. That's all right.
Is it still spilling?
Yep.
Yep. Good Lord. Let me try to go lip to lip here.
It needs a little spout. It needs a coon pecker.
Good Lord.
That's good enough.
A bucket on there.
Yeah, we're not going to fill that up now anyway.
Well, I did what I could. Yikes. That was some alcohol abuse there for sure.
No worries.
Windsong said, don't let the drunk guy do the pouring. Kind of fair. Really, probably pretty fair.
Yeah.
We are probably at we'll call it the 7:45 mark. I will take this breathalyzer and see where I'm at. You guys can.
Plenty of time to see you shotgun a beer.
Yeah. I used to have a pretty quick little gun time too.
Yeah.
I can speak to that. I was pretty quick on a gun.
Yeah.
I don't know what it would look like now. I couldn't tell you the last time that I shotgunned a beer.
I did one this summer. I've lost,
Oh, dude, it would be pathetic if I went to do. I don't know. Maybe I still got it.
There's some of it still there.
I used to have a pretty quick inhale time. I'm not. I don't know. I don't know where it'd be at.
Benjamin says that's what happens with an expensive bucket.
Yeah.
The thing ought to have a pour spout.
That's right.
$150.
Yeah.
Jason said in there saying if you ain't spilling, you ain't shining. That's true. I hear that a lot. It's kind of like don't cry over spilt shine. Don't,
Right. Okay, so we've had quite a few new folks pop in the live.
Look at Bennett.
Bennett's in that. You're late, Bennett. What the hell?
Yeah, dude.
What the hell,
We've been
bro?
on for hours at this point. We're to catch everybody up. If you're like Bennett and you're just now joining us, we're about to get the old breathalyzer out here in about 20 minutes or so, and we're doing a sack run on this North Georgia, and because we're not proofing anything, we are doing a different method for the giveaway. If you guess my BAC, what I blow, you're the closest, but you don't go over, you're going to get a Mead Made Easy kit.
Roll that beautiful mead footage there, Adam. What? There it is.
Yeah, it feels pretty accurate. This thing feels pretty accurate.
Bennett says he wants to be like us when he
I'm going to be like y'all when I learn. Well, brother, I hate to break this to you. You can't be. You can try real hard.
I mean, there's
You can eat your Wheaties every
good
morning.
effort in trying.
You could eat your Wheaties every morning. You could, try real hard at distilling. That said, everyone in the chat, Bennett's over on TikTok. He's a master distiller contestant. He's big time Hollywood. Like, he's kind of one of these guys. He's a private jet flying, like really kind of, you'd think, or you'd look at him and you go, he forgot about everyone.
Yeah.
He's big time Hollywood, Rolex wearing.
But still, he still lives in his wife's shadow.
Yeah, which is amazing, which is crazy. But we love him, even though he does like to come in here and give us a hard time. That's all right. He's going to work real hard. He's going to apply his craft, and he'll get there one day. Got to have goals. He said, stop it. I started talking about how you stop it. Jackie Creel.
Bennett, what do you think of our new still?
You like that?
Hmm?
You like that? You seen one of them before?
Little fat tin. Doing the sacrificial run on this one tonight, brother.
0.19? Dude, is that even compatible with life?
Yeah, that's rough.
0.19 is crazy.
When song says, "Careful, boys, I bet his wife can beat you up."
I don't want that. I don't want that.
Like, I've seen her in a lot of lives. She seems really sweet.
She's definitely the nicer of the two, for sure. Like, she might beat him up every once in a while, but that's deserves, earned.
Bennett says, I'll always remember the little people.
Oh, God dang. Yeah.
He thinks our still is cute, too.
Thank you. It is cute.
We're not all making 200 batches at a time. So.
Yeah, we're not all, dude, we can't all be like big time Bennett, That's what people are calling him over on TikTok.
Big time
I
Bennett.
check all his comments, they're like, oh, big time Bennett over here. Like,
I'm hearing the people say.
I'm hearing him say, big time Bennett, maybe the largest, maybe doing it better than everybody. He's a total whiskey killer.
Thank you, Jason.
But it says he only
Joe.
makes liquor on TV. That's not true. I had an ATF agent reach out the other day. They're like, hey, we heard this guy Bennett's making like thousands of gallons untaxed liquor. And I was like, probably. I mean, yeah, maybe. He's spilled more than I've ever made. So,
I mean, I'm not a snitch, but probably.
I wasn't trying to help him out or anything, but I mean, I don't want to lie to him either. Jason Acosta said, Adam, you're doing a killer job, bro. Much better show without the buffering. Yeah, it means a lot to all of us. Probably the most to our Adam there.
Yeah, he is absolutely doing a great job. I mean, just look at this live stream. Drip cam, Adam cam, chat window, so everybody can see everyone else's chat on the other platforms. Like,
Pretty neat.
good stuff going on.
Pretty neat. Yeah. Richard Henderson said, did Miss ABV like hers? The coffee. Yeah, yeah, it's at our house. Like, it hasn't, I took it home. I was like, hey, you want to try this? And that's our daily coffee. Richard Henderson in the YouTube chat if you're looking for him. He's the coffee plug. I never know how to say.
My wife and daughter survived an accident almost a year ago, hit by someone 0.29.
That's crazy.
It's not good.
How can you function at
You
0.29?
can't.
Dude,
I mean, obviously,
That's
not
crazy.
very well, but like
That's crazy.
I've been in a ditch before where I figured I might have been around there somewhere, but like not in a car
yeah.
and not in my clothes, you know,
Not awake.
not awake.
Also, I've reiterated this a couple times. Like, I am not driving from here. Like, I don't want anyone to get the wrong impression. Like, this is for show. I'm doing this. I'm going to be over the limit. 100% I'm going to be over the limit. Like, it's not cool to drink and drive. I am not drinking and driving. I want everyone to know that. I don't know what else to say about that. I don't want anyone to get the wrong impression.
Nothing more to say.
I'm going to call my wife shortly after we do the breathalyzer, where I find out where I'm vastly over the legal limit to drive, and I'm going to ask her. I got to come get. I got to get a ride, and we'll see how that goes. Probably not going to go well. She'll do it.
Not be pleased about it.
She'll do it, but it's going to be. I'll let her know we're on the. Which it'll be better because I'll let her know like, hey, we're on the live. I'm not just gonna like sideswipe her and be like, hey, can you come? Because there's no telling what she would tell me. There's no telling what she would say. You son of a bitch. You motherfucker.
Probably say, there's a chair there.
You just sleep over there. Dude, no, I'm not even going. She would probably just be like, oh, yeah, sure. That's probably going to be the reaction. It's like, oh, yeah, okay. Let me get you. But then, go ahead.
I was just going to say, Paul says, kudos to Adam.
Adam's a man.
Thank you.
All super chats to Adam. I love y'all's show. Great job, guys. I appreciate everything you do for the community. Bennett,
Thank you, brother.
I mean, I don't know. We give each other a hard time, but I like shit out of Bennett.
For sure.
Like, I get his sense of humor. I'm a lot of the same way. Like,
Yeah.
I like that dude. He's a good guy.
I have spent time in lives that I didn't want to be in, just watching other lives. Didn't really care about the live, but Bennett was in there, so I was watching just because of his sense of humor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm the same way. Like, I'll hang out with, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm nothing like the Bennetts or the Moonshine Shoes or anything like that. Like, I'm way down here, But I hang out with those guys, and I see them kind of from afar, and I'm like, these guys are cool, and I see them, and I get in lives with them every once in a while over on TikTok, and I throw out my quick little thing, and everyone kind of But one day I will be like Bennett,
Bennett issued a correction.
Yeah.
He issued a correction. He said, sorry, wrong live.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes more sense.
This motherfucker.
I'm back. Yeah.
I'm back on my bullshit.
I'm back in somewhere else there.
No. And for you guys on YouTube, I know you guys can see I'm pointing the wrong. You guys can see the chat here. Ben's my buddy over on TikTok. He's like super entertaining. Go give him a follow. Hollywood. Like, he'll never acknowledge you. He'll he doesn't know you exist. Doesn't care that you exist. That's fine. He's way up here, right?
Still worth watching.
Master Distiller, just guy's a killer. That's all I got there.
King says, watch your beginner video to make corn liquor, which led me here. Well, awesome. We're glad you're here.
Terry Baldwin said, designated driver saved lives. Kudos, Zach. Yeah, absolutely. I want to touch back on this briefly. Not cool to drink and drive. Definitely have a plan. I have a plan every week. We put these shows on. If I've had too much to drink, it's too easy to call someone down the road and be like, hey, guess who? need a hand here. So, yeah. King OG said, watch your beginner video to make corn liquor, which led me here. Yeah. Led a lot of people.
Yeah.
bring a house to water. We can make them drink too.
We can.
A lot of people can't do that.
If you want your Bennett autograph, $20.
Yep.
He says.
It's 20 each. You can donate it in a super chat. It definitely goes to Bennett and not Adam.
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't. It goes to Adam. It goes to Adam. 100%. We'll call that money off there. Appreciate that, Bennett. Jason Acosta said, take some shots, Zach. Got to pump up those numbers. Jason, you're right, brother.
I agree.
You're right.
I agree. I really want to see a shotgun for the people.
Oh, shit.
I really want to see a shotgun for the
It's
people.
going. Jason, you've done it now. You don't even know.
Let's have some fun. Shit.
Well, while Zach is working on his BAC, Hillbilly Glass says, hope he brought his bikini.
Thanks, man. I didn't, so I'll be fully clothed. I know that'll disappoint you. But not getting. There was a certain amount of nudity that did happen on a TikTok Live. That's what everyone's referring to.
I still don't know what they're referring to. By the
Yeah,
way.
you had to be in the live, man.
Well, but there are screenshots.
Okay. Good.
This dude, yeah.
Okay. Good.
All
There
right,
goes the rest of the mead.
mead's gone. Boy, talk about if you're just having to, if you're needing to take a shot of something.
Yeah.
This breakfast cereal, not disappointing.
Not at all.
I can't wait to call my wife later and be like, "Hey, had some mishaps."
I bet you can't.
I bet you can't dial her number. Bet we got to call her. I'm just face down on the canvas here. You guys are like, "Hey,
Everybody's saying they have screenshots.
Good.
So
Good.
Jason,
cool.
Song,
appreciate that."
Joe.
Glad for that.
That was a fun time though.
It was my profile pic for a moment.
Was it?
He put it as profile pic. He didn't realize that it just permanently shared it. I didn't know. So he was the biggest promoter of me in a bikini during the big snowstorm doing a
Snow Angel.
wasn't great.
I didn't know that happened. I was just inside the live. I thought it'd be actually Winsong started it and then I did it.
Yeah. It was a real fun time. Glad everyone enjoyed it. Joe Parks has a lot of screenshots. She was the main factor in that whole thing happening. It was like I set a crazy
Without a doubt.
I set a crazy goal on that live, and she was like 90% of the goal getting met. I said something basically said I don't want to do this.
Right. I'm setting
I said something that was
the
like-
stupid goal because I know it won't happen. And then Joe was like, well, we'll see about that.
Actually, real quickly, if we could, let's get 100% of the donations in 0 time. It was pretty impressive, really.
Alien Face says, I make cornflake whiskey and love it. I assume when you say cornflake, oh, wait, you're talking about cereal? Yeah. Not flaked corn, but actually corn flakes. Maybe clarify that. But yeah, this that shot he just took is a breakfast cereal with cornflakes and raisin bran.
Got a bushel here ready. Should I?
Nudge in Z says shotgun equals plus 0.1.
Well, yeah, maybe. I mean, that's going to be person dependent, but it's probably maybe, probably.
Yeah.
I'll say this: I've got a shotgun loaded up, ready to go. We are trying to pay Adam through the super chats. I will say we'll take a just a single super chat of any amount, and the shotgun's going down. We'll jump the BAC up, probably 0.01, maybe more though. I don't know. Hold on, let me see where we're at here.
Jason says tequila will make her clothes fall off, but a gallon of wine puts a bearded man in a bikini.
That's right.
Terry says no spillage.
Oh yeah, that's adding up. It's adding up. That's making sense.
That's adding up.
The makes
The math
sense.
is mathing.
That makes sense. I'm gonna leave this little guy here. Leave her locked and loaded. When we take in our super chat for the Atom Fund, I guess I'll take a knee, do a little shotgun for the boys.
Yeah.
Maybe
Add to the BAC.
yeah.
I can just slowly slip this one. Less talking, more drinking. No. Everyone's saying those are Ricky numbers. Got to bump those up. Dude, I like Jason a lot. Are you at deer camp yet?
What are
I'm
the
gonna take this off.
live stream numbers there, Adam?
We've got 34 on Still in the Clear. We've got 1 on Homebrew Center. We've got 1 on Facebook. And then we've got 3 on TikTok. So somewhere around 40.
Somewhere around 40. It's a long show. I hope this beer sits here and rots, honestly.
We're
I don't need it. I've been monitoring my BAC with this little guy all night. Like, it's not necessary. It says the more you can warm it up, press this button to warm up, the more accurate the reading is.
We've got the North Georgia Steel Fat 10 in the background with several upgrades, 32-ounce copper, 5/8 garden hose fittings on the coil. We got a 4-inch glass of fruit port. We've got 3 thermometers.
Is that right? Sorry. Go ahead.
We've got a 2-inch electrical port that we're not using at the moment. The cap is an upgraded 5-inch cap or 6-inch cap. We have the negative pressure safety valve and the PSI pressure valve.
I don't know about that. Maybe. Could be.
Why won't it stop beeping? Maybe that's some sort of.
You call 911.
I'll say this: it's the danger button.
Yeah.
This thing is put together off of like, should you drive, should you not drive? And I think it errs on the side of caution. And the caution is this beeps repeatedly and says like, don't do it.
Right. Joe Park says she loves her garden hose fitting. Yeah, that's really convenient. That made it really easy to hook everything up on that coil.
Jason Acosta says, Zach, you buying that breathalyzer dinner first or just straight to business? Straight to business, brother. I never believed in the preamble of let's get dinner, let's see how it goes. I want to be transparent.
Right.
I want you to know. You guys are looking forward to this breathalyzer. I tell you what I'm absolutely not looking forward to is I already know where I'm at. And so, like, calling my wife, while I think she could react favorably and, like, on stream, she'd be like, oh, yeah, no problem. Like, when we leave here, she's going to be like, you motherfucker.
Not going to be happy about it.
You...
Flatland says Mrs. ABV is so proud.
Yeah, dude, real proud. Real proud. Surprise, surprise, surprise. That'll probably maybe be her reaction is like, oh, yeah, I'm shocked. I am just absolutely baffled by this.
Although I remember the live that everybody is talking about. She seemed pretty excited about it.
She was pissed.
Was she?
Yeah, dude. No, not pissed. Like, I don't want to, like, no, okay, let me back up a little bit. She wasn't pissed, but she was just over my bullshit. 100%.
Yeah.
Because it's like, for 8 hours, all I did was drink a gallon of wine, multiple shots of moonshine,
Right.
beers. Like, she was just like, what are you doing? Like, why? And then I was like, hey. And she was like, okay, all right. I heard about it the next day, though, for sure. For sure. She'd let me hear it.
So there's somebody in the chat.
Oh, I got this, actually.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah. Boteco de Malta, Distribuidor de Chop says, Brasil, Setiano, Mijito, Camicho, Aprendió vindo seis veces legado.
Wow.
That means, could you help me with my first initial ferment? Fun time. Send money to this account or we will murder your child. Wow. Wild chat. No. That is not Spanish. That is not Spanish that I could actually
They
read.
speak Portuguese.
That's I was about to say. That is not Spanish. I don't know what any of that means.
Seus videos legendado.
Yeah.
That means we're legends in the video world.
That's true. That's
Legend videos, Brazil assistance, much.
We could have Adam plug that into a translator real quick.
Yeah, let's get a copy and paste on that.
Let's do that.
Yeah. I like this a lot. Tomorrow might be a little rough. Richard's coffee will lend us. Says Terry, I'm in a comfortable zone right here where I can just bounce immediately back. If this shotgun happens with a super chat, maybe a different maybe a different decision. Maybe it could be a dealer's choice situation. Maybe it could be. I don't know. Jason Acosta said, just get drunk enough you can't understand her fussing you. Brother, it is understandable in all languages, even drunk. She is persistent and rightfully so. Not knocking her, right? When she's got a reason to bitch, there's a reason to bitch, and I'm normally to blame for that. He learned a lot with your videos from Brazil. That's got to be pretty close to the translation, actually.
I just had it pulled up.
Winsong said,
what did it say?
Zach's going to run the battery down on that thing before it's time to guess.
Brazil watching, a lot of knowledge. I learned watch. Yeah. That's sick, dude.
Well, thanks for the comment.
I like that guy. We got a guy from Brazil.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe he's just our guy from Brazil. He may be the first one.
Maybe
I think he's
our Brazilian.
Dude, appreciate that. I don't know how the subtitles always come through. I hope the translation is good. But that's sick, dude. You're our guy in Brazil now.
Right.
You're it. How can we help?
David's saying bye. It's dinner time. Thanks for hanging out with us, brother.
Later.
I think your phone died.
Oh, did it?
It wasn't plugged in.
We lost the drip cam because my phone died.
Oh, hell, it's all right.
Dude, I'm going to go ahead and say, this is going to be, I'm going to see how much it goes up. It's going up each time, obviously.
I'm sure.
I don't know if that's a shock, but...
Flatland says if you're going to be in the dog,
oh yeah, dude,
you might as well
this
be drunk.
thing is really right. At first, I was like, that can't be right because I feel drunker than what's coming up on the screen, and now, the longer I do it, it's like, yeah, that's
figuring you out.
That's close. I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna test to see if I blow as hard as I can. If I do a real good job.
Mars.
Definitely the way to go. Okay, I was like, this has jumped up to an accurate probably presentation of where I'm at. Because I can feel like I know, should I drive, should I not drive? I've got high alcohol tolerance to begin with, like blood alcohol content wise. I feel like sometimes when I'm at like a 0.12, it's probably closer to a 0.08, and as far as like the legalities of things. That made me feel a little bit more confident.
Oh, 48 viewers on Still in the Clear.
48 viewers
Just
over on Still in the Clear.
48. Thank you, folks.
Love that. Love that.
Terry's giving you some tips. Hay and straw in the doghouse are good insulation to keep a drunk guy warm. So there you go. Mars says,
Well, yeah,
way further south. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe talking about Brazil.
Could be
Further
never
south
mind.
from
Let me
Brazil.
get off that.
I mean, I don't know.
Wait, Mars, where are you from? That's actually kind of crazy.
Matt Perry says, worldwide you are.
Paul McKenna said 0.047.
Mars may be
It's
from,
not compatible with life. It's way too high.
Mars may be stationed in Antarctica. Antarctica.
Antarctica, we're the first. We're the greatest. We have fully developed Antarctica. It should be a country. It should be.
Plenty of real estate there.
You could tourism.
Yeshua. I don't know how to pronounce that from Mars 804.
Hey, copy that. Where is that on the map?
That's not a, what
This is an Adam
that?
question. You
I feel like I'm
Ushuaia.
okay at
Ushuaia.
geography. I've never heard of that.
Never heard of it. No one has. Nobody knows it. Mars. Has heard
No
of it.
way, Mars. Are you kidding? That's crazy.
Where's
He's
that?
in Argentina.
No shit.
That is so cool.
I like this guy.
Yeah.
He's an Argentina
American
guy.
Highway.
We got a Brazil guy. We got an Argentina guy. We got an Australia guy.
What?
We got a Ushuaia guy. We got a good guy down there. Argentina.
Got a couple of UK folks.
Dude, it's kind of really pretty weird. Like, all over the chat wise, like,
Look at that view.
Look at where he lives.
oh, brother, how is that harbor? Let me know. Gotta have some flounder over there.
That's
too.
amazing, Mars.
Flounder are a big harbor hanger outer.
He
End
actually
of,
knows what Patagonia looks like.
End of Pan American Highway.
Dude, that's amazing.
Shout out to Mars in the chat.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Here's a little map. Looks like.
Oh, he is way down there.
Yeah.
When you said inch, you meant it, brother.
Dude. I mean, you're. I thought you were kidding.
That is wild. There's Chile just hanging out. All those islands. I just thought that was all solid. I didn't realize there was that much water.
Okay, so are you actually? You're actually at the base of the Patagonia mountains,
Oh, man.
right?
There's only a few places to go further south than Mars.
I mean, I was pretty close with Antarctica.
You weren't too far off. Were you?
Yeah. You were right there close.
Dude. Wow.
Border of Chile and Argentina. Don't know into which country you fall. What a cool place.
No.
Can I come live with you for maybe a week? Let's run some liquors together.
Yeah, what do you think about the Pachuga? Do you guys?
Oh, the Pachuga. This is
do
the
you
guy
guys-
for that.
Yeah. Do you guys do any type of Pachuga?
We ran some. I loved it. Dinner and a drink.
Which I don't know. I don't know if they pronounce that differently. I think it'd still be Pachuga.
I think it's a Honduras, Guatemalan, like more northern thing.
He says, yeah.
Oh wait, what? This guy runs Pachuga?
I mean,
Either yeah, he runs Pachuga, or yeah, you can go live with him for a week.
either way.
Either way, we're doing it, brother. Mars, tell me, do you know Pachuga and what you know of it? That way I know you're responding to that specific
Ulysses Valdez.
Oh man,
hi.
that'd be sick. Go run a little Pachuga.
Oh, he
What's
says-
happening?
Argentina doesn't have that type of thing. Okay.
What do you say?
Talking about Pachuga, I believe. Argentina doesn't have that type of thing.
Oh, okay.
Man, that's crazy.
He said yes to the week. Pack your bags, brother.
should
Don't
probably-
burn that down.
We should probably figure that out. I don't know. I got some airline miles like built up on a credit card. Ooh. This thing is going to be nuts.
What time did you say you were doing the guessing at?
Well, you've got to do that shotgun, so I think you just go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it.
No, I refuse the shotgun. I refuse the shotgun until there's some sort of super chat for the Atom. I
So,
refuse it.
all right. So,
Because I don't want to do it. Let me be clear about that. It's
Okay.
not something I want to do. If there's a super chat through YouTube that comes through for Adam, I will reluctantly do the shotgun.
Joe is like, it's 7:45. TikTok. It's like,
You're
5 minutes late.
Oh, God. All right. I will say this. No, I won't. We're going to. I really don't want to do the shotgun. That's the
Well,
thing.
you're doing it for me,
Don't do
bud.
it. You don't have to do
You're
it.
doing it for me. Do it. You're fine. You can do it. You can do it.
I love you, Adam.
Love you, bud.
I will say, yeah, I've got a shotgun to do. I could be a bitch about it and like complain about it and like, oh, I don't want to do this, but like
Drag it out.
a lot of my problems as a man, I have found it's best to tackle head on.
All right.
All right, here it goes.
Here we go.
Oh God, how's this gonna go?
Yeah, I'm gonna zoom in on you.
I haven't done one of these in a
I'm gonna
minute.
zoom in on you.
Yeah,
Hang
get-
on.
Get a tight shot.
I will.
Also, I
Don't you
didn't
worry.
think about when I was cutting this hole.
Oh yeah.
We in there?
Yeah.
Let me suck this thing down real quick.
Yep.
All right.
Paradox School, you've missed a minute. You've missed a bit.
I'm throwing the shotgun down. This is something that's pretty like unprecedented. Never happened before in our lives. Like
Maybe the first time on the internet.
It might be.
send a super chat, donate to the Atom. This is for him.
Woo!
I lost a little time.
That sounded like an empty can. Good gun. Good gun.
Ooh.
Suck.
Man, I couldn't tell you how long it's been since I've done one of those.
Thank you.
Hadn't
Thank
been
you.
long now.
We'll reset that timer.
That'll help with the BAC calculations, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It feels like every shotgun you do, like it adds significantly.
It does.
Yeah, for
It
sure.
does.
I mean, because you're deleting it here in 3 seconds.
One of the factors of BAC is time, so
What was the time on that? Was that like pretty respectable or
about 4 seconds.
4? Okay. Well, I've doubled my shotgun time.
Well, you do another one here in a minute. You'll be all right.
You're pretty old now too. So
Dude, it would take. I would set at the shotgun like what I really do not want to do. If we got like, dude, I don't even want to say. If we got enough super chats where I was like, hell yeah, Adam's getting paid, I would do another one. But it would really, royally.
Boy, that would be something.
I'm telling you, can you hear this? I would do another one, but it would take I don't even know what it is, but it would take a little bit.
Next one.
Mankey, see, you weren't even in my life. This is the first time I've ever saw I'm a paradoxical anomaly.
Yeah.
They weren't there, but they know about the live.
what are you talking about? What
Mankey,
Well, everybody's been talking about it the whole time.
they have.
Yeah.
No. This is regrettable.
Windsong says you need to do the bikini.
I'll let a strap go. Is this what you guys wanted? A little, you know. I don't know. I'm putting it back on.
He says 1.0.0.
I don't want to feel.
And then Joe says it's not its specific gravity, it's its BAC.
This is horse shit. I feel like, okay, all right, we're having fun. Where did my beer go? Yeah, it's fun, but good Lord.
Well, I think it is time to do the guess. We're coming up on 8 o'clock.
All right.
Yep.
I'm driving home, driving myself home.
You're taking a guess, right?
Huh?
You're taking a guess?
Yeah, I'll take a guess.
All right. Adam's taking a guess?
Yeah.
Which just...
Yep.
All right, here we go.
All right, everybody.
I'm going to start the guess. First off, it's going to take me 3 or 4 of these to warm this thing up. You got to press this thing and blow into it like 3 times before it's supposedly accurate.
All right, so it's going to be the fourth one. And whoever guesses closest without going over wins the mead kit. Mead made easy. Everything you need except water to make your first batch of mead. Everybody's throwing their guesses in there. It's going to be the fourth one. What one are you on? What was that?
First.
That was the first. He's got to warm it up. He says you gotta warm the thing up to get it to be accurate.
It feels like it's probably pretty accurate.
Get your guesses in. I'm starting at 7:56 p.m. Central. So
also, you can't go over. If you go over, you're out.
Closest without going over.
Jesus Christ. All right, it says to do 3 warm-ups.
Everybody's tossing those guesses. Lots of guesses. This is good.
Oh,
we got a 1.01. 1.0.
That's 100% alcohol, brother. 0.08 is the legal driving limit, by the way, if no one knows that. Spoiler alert, it's over that.
Lots of guesses rolling in. We have more guesses on this than we do on the guess the proof.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
I've got it clocked. I'm watching them.
Paradoxal's saying the 0.5 in Australia.
We're taking it however you type it in, by the way. So if you're 0.5, you're way over. We'll let them go till 8. We got it warmed up now. I feel like it's pretty accurate. I'll do it one more time.
And Jason says his back is god dang. That's a scientific term.
Yeah.
God dang. .05 in Australia, not 0.5.
Yeah.
All right then. Are we ready? Come on now.
I mean, I've got the number.
You've got the number?
Okay.
Yeah. All right. We got our guesses in.
So-
I'm going to say.
Go ahead.
I'm going to say 0.25.
0.25.
0.25 is like
That's
crazy.
heavy. Okay, I'm gonna
0.25 is
say
like you're barely awake.
I'm gonna say 0.14.
Okay.
All right, let me start scrolling now. So, well, I guess I'll wait for you give the number. And so you said 0.25, I said 0.14, and then once you let us know, I'll start scrolling through all the chats and everything and find it.
Mark says you killed it.
0.12. 0.12.
0.12. Okay, so I'm starting to scroll here. We got several under.
Pretty hammered.
A lot of people broke, but let me scroll back up.
0.94.
So, okay, so you said 0.12.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we've got, man, some people got really close. There's a 0.095. There's a 0.083. 082. Man, that bums me out. I was so close. Dang it. 0.18, 0.085.
Is no one remotely close?
No. I mean, there's some in the 0.09s. That's the closest. I'm trying to figure out who. I think it was tentatively, well, King OG, you're just not saying that, buddy. I can't count it. I know there's not a delay.
Brother.
I know there's not a delay.
There's a 0.11.
Yeah, I mean, 0.11 pretty damn good, yeah. All right, so for those, I'm thinking the 0.09 is closest. I don't see anything else.
Nothing closer to 0.09?
Without going over, no. I'm just double checking, triple checking. Alien Face has it right now with 0.095. I'm double, triple checking.
Triple check that.
0.095.
Mars says he said 0.12. LOL.
When, Mars? Because I clocked you
I
at
think he
0.18.
just now said it.
Oh, okay.
Well, let's do this. We're right at the 8 o'clock hour. We're going to dig through all these chats. We're going to take a 5-minute break, and we'll dig through, make sure we found the right guy. And when we come back, unfortunately, I'm going to call my wife, and you guys will be here to hear that phone conversation.
Oh my
And I'll let her know I'm not going to drive. And we'll be back here shortly. So we'll dig through the chat. We'll find out who won. We'll mail him out this Mead Made Easy kit. We will be back here shortly with a very interesting phone call.
You're not going to be in as much trouble for drinking as you are for putting her on the live on the phone.
I'll tell her she's on the live.
All right.
All right, guys, we're going to a break.
All right. We'll be right back. Flatland brother, thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you next time. All right, we're back.
We are back. Who was the winner?
Adam has gone through them, and Paul McKinley is the winner.
Paul McKinley. What was the guess? Do you know?
0.097.
0.097. Accurate test result was 0.12.
All right.
I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not the guy to keep up with this kind of thing.
I'm not good.
You just did it.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Paul, we already have your address. You're a regular customer on STC. I know how to find your address. So we will ship this mead kit out to you. Hey, if you're still in the chat, Paul, let us know. Have you made mead before? Is this going to be a first time?
oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I want to say he has, but I can't remember for sure.
All right. Well, there's a certain aspect of this that I've got to work out logistically. I feel like it's probably only right to do that live on the show.
Yes.
So let's call my wife real quick, and I will. Well,
Let's see how this goes.
you guys can just see how this shit goes. All right. Let me turn the volume up.
Everybody's giving Paul some congrats, some kudos. Want to appreciate everyone joining us in the live tonight. Thank you for supporting us by being here.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Oh, no. Hold on. Wait.
Looks like you're walking.
This dude. That would be the worst.
A Q-tip away from an earful.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not
All
available.
right.
At the tone,
We'll give this 5 minutes. I'm gonna leave a voicemail.
hang up.
Hey, call me back real quick if you can. I need to talk to you real quick. Just give me a call back. Oh no.
Nick House says somebody tipped her off.
I'm like slightly alarmed right now.
Jason
got
says
the-
y'all forgot about sending me the hydrometer set. Okay. I'm going to go make a note right now, Jason, for me in the morning.
We very well could have.
Jason T. She was watching the live, was refusing to answer.
That's what's
Your
concerning.
call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hydros.
Hey, lady, please call me back. Dumb broad. She's not. She's wonderful. What's up with me?
Great lady.
Answer.
Terry says she's laughing at you
Call.
stressing out.
Yeah, I'm a little worried at this point.
Backwoods, you've missed quite a bit, brother. You're probably going to want to go back and watch the restream of this one.
What is, yeah, Backwoods. Hey, here's what we're currently doing. We did a guess the proof, which for the giveaway, the mead kit. Paul McKinley won it.
We did not do a guess the proof.
That's what I'm saying. It was based off of Guess My BAC,
Yeah.
which Paul won. Yeah, dude, you are so in the poo right now. I hope the couch is comfortable. Oh, no.
Winsong says, sorry, Jason. If they were only sober once in a while.
Hardly ever sober.
We forgot to send something to Mary.
Mary, jeez, we haven't sent koozies. Probably
Your call has been
koozies.
forwarded to voicemail.
Oh,
The
no.
person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please.
Paradoxal says, a few more drinks and the floor will be comfortable.
That's a good
You
point.
know, it's
Should I
not,
call her sister?
I mean,
They're together.
I know I wouldn't, but
All right, I'm going to do it. You're right. All right.
He'll be sober by the time he walks home.
All right, I'm going to call her sister.
She with her sister?
Yeah.
This is a bad idea.
Hello,
Hey, are you with Reagan?
this is Reagan.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh.
She put her phone in. I'm shopping
Oh.
at Marshall's.
You're at Marshall's?
Yes.
How's everything going?
I gotta make a note for Matt Perry.
How's it going with you?
It's going good. We did a kind of a different thing than what we normally do in terms of the giveaway tonight, in which it was I have a few drinks and people guess what my
Like it.
huh?
So you kind of sound like it.
All right. Well, we're not trying to judge, but it came up. We did a guess my BAC. It came up to 0.12, which is over the legal limit to drive. And
Oh my God.
I was wondering. I know you're busy right now.
I see where this is going. I see where this is going.
I know you're shopping, but I was wondering if you could actually run back over here and come pick me up real quick and take me over to the house.
You're gonna run my Marshall's trip.
I'm not trying to ruin the shopping
no.
or anything. I maybe should have pre-checked in with you and seen what you were doing, but
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, I was just wondering if there's any problem with you. Just
Of course, yes. I'll come get you.
yeah. I think the chat is with me here. They're trying to see if you would quit dilly-dallying around and come over here and give me a ride.
Okay, find a ride.
All right, I'm just kidding. They weren't really doing that, but any shot you can come over here and just swoop me up real quick.
Yes.
All right, I love you.
Okay. I love you too.
All right, bye.
All right, bye.
Joke's on you guys. My wife loves me.
What a woman.
Minimal resistance. Minimal shit talking. Dude, I got a ride. Do you guys have a ride?
Me.
I have a blood alcohol content below the legal limit.
That's true.
Yeah, it's almost like you haven't been profusely drinking this whole life.
It's almost like that, yeah.
In an effort to, I'll be curious to once, like right before we shut this thing off, like how much has it grown? Like,
It's continuing to go
It's
up.
done nothing but go higher.
That's it.
100%.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's higher now.
Oh my God, that bourbon.
All right. Well, I'll tell you this. Woo! I'm heading back.
Hey! You out here?
Yeah. It's after 8.
Is it?
I would love to be home before 10.
Yeah.
See how much it's grown before you leave.
Just one more
All right,
BAC check here.
Let's check before I leave.
I'm hammered.
Billy Glass Barrel said you should sell those meters. We could all play along at home.
It would be cool if it went up. For sure, it went up. How does 0.15 sit with everyone? 0.12 was a previous guess.
Nice.
It's I tell you this, it ain't going down.
No.
No, not for a while.
Woo, baby. Well, that was just one hell of a live show.
Yeah. Paul says the honeydew list just got bigger.
Let me just say before we leave, the super chats go directly to the Adam, which makes the show happen every week. If you send us one, great. Hey, we appreciate it.
Thanks to
Makes the whole thing go round. Boy, I am just. I'll say this: I don't normally drink this much on the shows.
Yeah.
I'm hammered.
Yeah.
I'm hammered.
I
I
agree.
don't know if a 0.15 really denotes that. It is close to twice the legal limit. I would say this too. Probably if we had a legit breathalyzer that wasn't a keychain modified, it would probably read a little bit higher. I don't know that. But boy, This has been fun. It's been fun. Hey, appreciate you guys tuning in for the Sacrificial run on the North Georgia Still Company still. I'm absolutely hammered. The mead kit has been given away. There's North Georgia's logo there on the screen. We appreciate you. We love you guys. We love seeing you every week. I'm hammered. My wife will be here after some time when she gets done with her Marshall's trip. I'll probably bitch at her a little bit over the phone. Maybe try to get I won't. He's called me out instantly. He's like, no, you won't. He knows who runs the roost there. It's been so fun hanging out with you guys. We'll see you next week, Thursday, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Later.
See ya.